So, yo, what's up, sleepers? It's your boy, Eddbedhead here, and welcome to the Sleeping Cinema. And today I have with me...
Hey, it's your boy, Otacon. I'm over at the Twitch. You should check me out. I'm a cool guy, too. I play games. They're okay.
Yeah, please follow him.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to say my intro now.
Yeah.
I'm Backstep246, also known as Bread My Butter, also known as Aleksey. So, yeah, follow me on Twitch and YouTube. Those will be down in the link.
More like Alex Gay.
Bro, calm down.
Ooh, roast.
Ooh, got him.
All right.
And I'm over here, a senpai. Just so I'm gonna go by. That's it. I'm only on YouTube.
We
There's
switched
Senpai.
up our location.
Yeah, I was cold as hell back there.
So,
Makes
now
sense.
we-
It sounds better.
Now we have Backstab back at the table, just like the first episode.
I'm nice and
we did
toasty
here.
back here.
It feels great over here. I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
lying, bro. Just
Bro, I'm being serious. I like it. My butt is cold.
All right, so before we get into all the little small talk, we got to get through this intro. So there will be timestamps in the description for the pre-recorded version of this review if you guys want to skip to any parts here. And now let's buy some more tickets. Let's buy our tickets and grab our favorite concessions. So, how's you guys' week been?
It's been good. I've been playing Deltarune on stream. Once again, twitch.tv/Otacon244426. Everyone should check me out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, check him out on his Twitch.
let's get him up there.
Yeah, right. Let's get him
No,
some
but in all
numbers.
seriousness, I'm fine. I've just been having fun just playing games. It gives me a reason to try out new stuff too. I'm meaning to go back to RE4. Since I've played it so many times, I've been getting a little
Bored of it.
Yeah.
Mm.
So like I streamed that once, but I don't know. I'll probably revisit it soon.
Okay.
Yeah, just been streaming.
There's only one complaint I have with you guys when you guys stream. Is that you guys don't have a time, like a certain time you guys go live.
It's hard to make
What
a
do
schedule.
you mean?
Yeah, I get that complaint a lot, but it's just hard to make a
I know, consistent schedule. Yeah.
My I am pretty consistent.
And
Yeah,
that's
Alexey's pretty consistent.
That's the only thing for me. It's like when you guys don't, you can watch it. I'm like, what time
Alexey
you
just
going
streams
live?
at my bedtime.
Yeah, that's most of it. She's at most of my
One
bedtime.
time he put on his Discord, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna stream at 1 a.m."
Yeah.
He did stream at 1 a.m.
Yeah, he did yesterday.
I know. I don't know why. So, were you playing the? No,
Warframe.
you were playing a different game, weren't you? Well, you're playing Call of Duty Warfare.
No, Warframe.
Oh,
Warframe.
Oh, okay.
So how's your week been?
My week has been pretty good. I started my first horror game, with the exception of Five Nights at Freddy's,
You've
because
never played a horror game before?
I've actually not
On stream or
Ooh.
just in general?
Okay, I should say that I have played only one VR horror game before, and it was like Propagation or something like that.
Mhm.
But I started it Until Dawn, and
Oh.
the game is actually pretty fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
It's that game I suggested to Eddie a couple streams ago.
Yeah, it's
Right, I still gotta get around to it.
I
Now
got
he
a lot of
beat you
jump
to
scares
it.
from it.
Right, he stole
Yeah,
it from me.
I got a lot of jump scares from it. Very entertaining game though.
He's such a dick in the game, too.
What do you mean? I'm not.
He thought the game was trying to trick him, like, near the beginning, and he killed a bird because of it.
He told me not to do
Because the
something.
game gave him some advice, like, hey, sometimes
You don't do anything.
It's better to not do anything. And then he's all like, oh, yeah, I'm going to kill this bird because, of course, the bird's going to try to attack me or something.
And then later on, birds did try and attack me, didn't they?
Yeah, because you were an asshole to them.
Oh my god.
Also, you kicked a dog or
Oh
something.
no. Peter's gonna come and freaking ban you from Twitch.
To be fair, this is all in a game.
He's an
Yeah,
actual.
this is all in a game.
Is it
None
Until
of this
Dawn
is
like
real.
a choice game? Like
Yeah,
Yeah, it's that game that you mentioned Tisha likes.
it's a game that judges everything you do, and I feel so judged.
But does
Good.
it actually? I heard some controversy that your decisions don't even matter. That in the end,
No, they do.
Story
Literally
stuff
every
like that.
character can die.
You should
Okay,
play.
yeah.
You should play the Walking Dead game then too.
I've also just been streaming a lot more. Yesterday was a pretty good stream. We all played. What was it?
Guard trick phone.
Yeah, Gartrick Phone. That was very entertaining.
Man.
And you
Alexei's-
really like that game.
It was.
Alexi has the artistic skills of
Yeah.
a 3-year-old.
I was drawing with a mouse. But,
Bro, we're all drawing with a mouse.
I was dying near the end.
Yeah, bro.
that animation one really.
Bro, that took so long. That was 9 steps.
Yeah, dude, I was falling.
but yeah,
asleep.
that was my week. Just starting some new games, streaming more. It was very entertaining.
Nice. What about you, Javier?
I haven't really done much this week. I started playing Crash Bandicoot. I played like
Coon?
Crash.
I
What?
got one more thing to say. So.
Bandicoot?
Yeah, Bandicoot.
You went to Big Lots
Oh
yesterday?
yeah, you did go to Big Lots.
Yeah, I went to Big Lots. I was
That was
gonna buy
random.
Yeah, well, I was
That was
gonna buy
random.
my sister a bed yesterday,
Oh, that's
but I
nice.
decided not to.
I wish I had
I
that kind of
decided
money.
not
I
to.
decided not to.
Wow, that's not nice.
I've got
Well,
one
the
more
beds-
thing to say.
The beds there were like $600 a piece.
Jeez.
It's like,
You can get cheaper ones on Amazon.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going to Big Lots to buy it.
I think
Mhm.
your cord's being pulled.
No, but I started playing that. I went to Big Lots, and I'm trying to think. I also donated plasma yesterday.
Oh, dang, finally. I know you were trying to do that like 2 weeks ago.
Why?
Because why not? It's extra money.
Fair enough.
It's like you were
How much
pouring
they
out.
give
You were
you?
trying to cut out.
Like
Huh?
$20.
Huh? No, they gave me 120.
Oh,
first.
hell, I'm time to donate some blood.
It was only 2 hours
Plasma.
too. It was only
Bet,
2
let's
hours.
do it.
You just gotta qualify for it. But yeah.
Oh,
Other than that, yeah, it was.
I
that's
probably
all-
don't
that's all
eat enough for
did
that.
my week. Also got a pay increase at my job too.
Oh, dang,
18
that's
an hour,
right.
right?
So yeah, I'm
You
now making
changed
18
positions.
bucks an hour.
Dang,
nice.
dude.
I'm gonna be applying to his job, to his
I want you-
job
I-
soon.
I'll take your job, bro.
I was gonna say, is that why you're doing it so you can stream more too, like have more free time to stream?
No, it's so I
You
could
don't
see,
seem like you have much free
it's so I
time.
could see Paige
Cool.
more often.
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I have a lot of free time.
You say you work like 14-hour days.
I choose to. There's a
Oh,
difference.
okay. You choose to.
Yeah, there's a difference.
You said you wanted to add one more thing?
Yeah, I actually started the Clone Wars.
Oh,
TV
let's
series.
go!
You know how much I
Hey.
hated. You know how much I dislike Star Wars. But recently, when I'm on Instagram or YouTube, I see these reels about fascinating facts about like Jedi and stuff like that, and those actually got me curious.
That's
And
it's,
so I'm gonna start.
it's a little
Clone
like
Wars.
cartoony at first, but once you get through it, they start
Yep.
really throwing in heavy
Wait,
concepts in
Clone
there.
Wars is the animation one, right?
Yeah, it's a
I
Cartoon
love
Network
that one.
series.
That was good.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
start
that one's
watching. It.
awesome.
I do wanna-
I'm still on episode 1, about halfway through it, because it's hard to get through Yoda's voice.
Why? Why is it so hard to get through? It's,
Because Yoda's voice is awful.
Wow.
what's
But
wrong
yeah,
with you?
it's really cartoony in the first season, but just stick with it. It's gonna
I
get
don't-
intense.
I don't have any interest.
Star Wars is.
I mean,
awesome,
sci-fi
man.
really isn't my thing either.
Dang.
Sci-fi and like high fantasy,
So does that mean you don't like
specifically
Doom?
high fantasy. Sci-fi isn't usually my thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right,
But
as-
Doom's pretty cool.
that's
Because it
sci-fi
has
though.
hell too.
But that's
All right.
sci-fi.
It has
What
hell.
about you, Eddie?
All right, so for me, I had to dog sit 4 dogs, so that's why I took a hiatus from the internet for 2 days.
I thought it was 3.
It was 3, might have been 3.
I don't know.
I think
You
it was
just had
2.
a
Though.
dog
I didn't even know you
Yeah.
were gone.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was still in the neighborhood. I just had to dog sit 4 dogs.
Yeah, I
so I'm
saw it
like-
in Discord. You said 3 dogs.
Yeah, and then Kingsley came over, so that was 4.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we had 4 dogs for 2 days. It got pretty rough. So yeah, I didn't have time to stream. I had time to sit down and watch movies, but definitely not time to talk into a mic without all the barking and
It
stuff.
sounded very loud.
Why do you say that? You
sounds
don't want
very
your
loud.
dogs in here and then King knocking over.
Exactly. So I was like, oh, okay, we're just gonna take a little break from the streams.
Probably smart.
But we also passed 700 subscribers. Let's go.
Almost 2,000.
You're you're at almost 800 right now.
Dude.
You're like 6 away, I think.
Let's go. So close, man. Let's get to 1,000. All right, so
Monetized.
with that, let's take our seats and let's get into the trailers. So, any new movies, TV shows, or video games you guys are looking forward to?
Well, it's not new, but like I said, I'm looking forward to actually getting into the Clone Wars and getting into more Star Wars content.
Heck yeah, dude.
I'm
Star Wars
looking-
is awesome.
Star Wars is lame.
No,
No,
Star Wars
it's
is
not.
cool.
It's not. I'm looking forward to that. Was it Star Wars Visions?
Oh, yeah.
I saw the
Oh,
first
so
episode
isn't
of
it
that.
out?
Yes.
Yeah, it's already
I'm
out.
looking forward to actually watching
I
Yeah,
saw
I
the
want to
first
watch it
episode.
too. That actually looks really
guys,
good.
I also need to watch Marvel What If eventually.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that show. The first episode was
Yeah, the first episode
okay.
was nice, but I haven't watched it
Mhm.
since.
Can't really think of much right now. Yeah. Anyone got any other things they're looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to also watching the rest of the Star Wars Vision stuff because the
Heck
first
yeah.
episode was okay, but I didn't like the art style they used for the first one.
Yeah, we can get into that later on towards the end because I finished the whole series. So
I think-
wow.
we're gonna talk about it.
See, the
There's
thing,
only like
They're short episodes.
8 episodes. Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking forward to You Season 3. Comes out.
Isn't that the one about the weird murder?
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
No, I guess for me it'd be I honestly wouldn't mind watching the Square Game.
The what?
The Square Game, it's
What
on
the fuck is
Netflix.
that?
Oh, the Squid Game.
Oh, is it called Squid?
Yeah.
You said square.
The Square Game.
Bro,
I don't know. I don't know. So I've never heard of it.
Yeah. So it's really trending right now. It's really popular. May's been watching it. It's like survival type game.
Fall Guys.
Yeah. I guess you call it like that. Yeah.
It sounds like survival.
Yeah.
It is.
It takes place in Korea. Like all these people trying to survive these
Oh,
like
that sounds cool.
death games. To me, it reminded me of Alice in Borderland. If you guys have seen that series,
No.
Nope.
it's also on Netflix. It's a Japanese live action show
Huh.
where they try to survive these death games.
I might have seen. Oh, wait. I think I know what you're talking about.
It's interesting.
I've seen a few episodes, I think.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. All right, but now let's get into the actual trailers. All right, so first up, we have Muppets Haunted Mansion plot. On Halloween night, Gonzo is challenged to spend one night in the Haunted Mansion. It releases October 8th of 2021.
One thing I gotta say about this trailer is I want the narrator who narrated this trailer to narrate every movie from now on.
Did he sound that good to you?
Yeah. It reminded me of like the early 2000s movie narration, so I really like that.
It was pretty awesome, yeah. I'm excited for it. I like the Muppets. I haven't seen too much of the Muppets content, but I've seen a lot of the newer stuff, like the newer movie with Amy Adams. I really enjoyed that movie. I thought it was awesome. I haven't seen too much of the older stuff though, but I like the Muppets so far. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I like the first two like movies. The one that was like a kind of like soft reboot to the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember seeing the second one. I don't remember too much about it.
Yeah.
But it was good.
Mm-hmm. We got the iconic Kermit versus Kermit meme from it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Yeah, there isn't really much to say about Muppets. I'm glad they're trying to like put
To get a face
put
back
a
out
bigger
there?
spotlight on them.
Mm-hmm.
But like they tried to do that back in 2008 when they made like
Remember that?
a
Oh,
Muppets TV show that was kind of like The Office.
Oh yeah, I
They
remember
did?
that. I actually enjoyed that, but it didn't get too much attention because
Because it was also a little like mean.
yeah, it was because the Muppets, you think it's a younger audience, but then these like when you're gonna make a show like The Office, you're kind of aiming towards older audiences, so you're kind of stuck in between like who's the show really for?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The only Muppets experience I have is the one that came out in 2018, the Happy Time Murders movie.
That one's not
It's
actually.
even-
It's not Muppets, but it's got
Yeah.
Muppet
that movie sucked.
thing. It was
I don't
a
think
funny
I've ever
movie.
seen that movie.
It was funny.
I think you saw it with us in
I-
theaters.
I laughed
during
my
high
ass off at that
school or
movie.
something.
I don't think I did. What was it called?
Happy Time Murders. It was about this like little purple puppet that was trying to solve some murders that were going on.
I never seen it.
Yeah, it was a weird movie.
I say I enjoy the Muppets as like a franchise,
Mhm.
so I'm okay with this
The
movie.
weird thing about the Muppets is you know
Gonzo.
was it Rainbow Connection, the song?
Oh yeah.
That song always makes me cry.
Yeah, that song is so deep, man. I don't know what it is about that song, but it's just so beautiful. All right, so now let's get into the next trailer. Up next, we have Cowboy Bebop. Plot: a ragtag crew of bounty hunters chases down the galaxy's most dangerous criminals. They'll save the world for the right price. Releases November 19th of 2021. What do you guys think from seeing
Pretty
that?
neutral with this already.
It was okay.
It
If
was
this-
okay. I like the main character, the actor who plays the main character. That's about it. I'd probably have more to say if I actually bothered to read everything going on
It
behind the scenes.
definitely looks like a YouTube project where they're
Yeah.
cosplaying and
That- yeah,
they're
that's
just
what-
yeah.
recreating.
Wait,
That's what I was thinking.
did they
too.
have is the little girl in this in the live action gonna?
I don't know.
Because in the, like I don't know.
There is a
Did they show little girl?
no.
That's
no,
why I'm
they
keep
didn't.
wondering. Because the little girl's kind of like.
I
Is she
don't
like
think
a
she's in
important
this.
character
I don't think she.
in the show.
She's on the main team, I believe.
I'm
but-
sure there's episodes they'll cut out.
Yeah. So right now we just watched like the intro sequence, so they didn't really deliver any lines. So for us, it just felt like they were kind of cosplaying
It
and
looked like a fan project.
yeah. It didn't look like anything.
Hey, but their
too
cosplays
legit.
were pretty on fleek.
Yeah, there was pretty good cosplay. Not gonna lie.
That's all I have to say. I don't know how I feel about it.
All right, so up next we have The Witcher Season 2. Plot. Geralt of Rivia, a solitary monster hunter, struggles to find his place in a world where people often prove more wicked than beasts. It releases December 17th of 2021.
Honestly, I forgot we even watched this trailer.
It was a 3-minute trailer too.
The color scheme is not.
It's still dark.
Yeah, it's all just grays and like some whites.
It's a dark world.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to kind of feel like
Dude, if you
ominous.
played Witcher 3, there's tons of lush fucking colors everywhere.
I have not. Well, I've seen like people play it before, so I know what you're saying. But they're trying to go for a very dark tone here.
Yeah, and I know the show's good, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'd rather just play the game.
Yeah,
I know. Even if it has nothing to do with the show doesn't really interest me. I heard it's really good. I might check it out if I beat Witcher 3.
Yeah,
I have like 30, 40 hours in the game.
Jeez,
so
wow, yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you got a little bit of commitment in it.
I would watch this show more, honestly, but the thing that really threw me off is the fact that they threw like straight up nudity in the first season right at you, and I like that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for like the cool action,
Well,
the
I mean,
story.
I think it was because
Game of Thrones
yeah.
had the same
I didn't
thing.
watch
I
Game
think
of Thrones.
at the time, Game of Thrones was also doing the same thing, and it was like the biggest show.
They're just trying
in
to
America.
normalize just like, nudity's a thing.
Yes, I got that, but it's like they just threw it at you because
Was that
they
only
could,
one,
I feel
was that
like. Yeah,
only
it
one
felt forced.
episode too?
It might be.
It was
I don't
literally,
know.
I think it was like
That's what stopped me
episode
from
6 or something.
That's what stopped me from watching.
I think
the
it was
rest
just
of
the one episode.
original
So I remember
Witcher
Scott
series.
was simping all over the girl.
Oh,
Serious.
Calling him out on the podcast.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm just saying. Because
Uh-oh.
we're at work, and like usually when I was watching this when I was at work, I just had this playing in the background as like audio, and I'll turn my head and watch a little bit. And he was like that scene came up. He's like, I'm like, what?
Oh, no.
So-
I was like, oh.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna finish the original, the first season of The Witcher, and
Or just
then
play games.
I'm gonna finish the Witcher series.
The Witcher series
And
isn't
you know
that
what?
bad. Jesus.
Henry Cavill, I don't like him.
Oh, why is that?
Oh.
He was lame in Superman.
What?
He's a boring character.
That is a very
He
That's
is
a
not a
strong-
good actor.
That is a strong argument right there for a lot
He
of
has one tone.
Well, I
And
mean,
that's
Superman
monotone.
kind of is
okay.
just
I'll
a,
give you that.
He has
Superman's-
one tone and it's monotone.
I kind of liked him in the latest Mission Impossible movie though.
Plus, Superman is just kind of a generic character. I mean, he's got the Boy Scout personality, so there's not too much more to him
The
than
only
that.
reason he was cast is because he had the Superman body.
That's the only reason why.
Pretty
Of
much.
course, not his tone.
I like Henry Cavill as a person more than I like him as an actor. And I barely
I
know him
agree
as
with
an
that.
actor. But like I've seen a couple of his Instagrams
Yeah.
where he's like building a PC, and that's like the best I've ever seen of him.
He's a cool. Yeah, I follow him on Instagram as well, and he's pretty chill as just a normal person.
And I'm sure he makes a great Geralt, but he's not the Geralt that I know. So
He seems too serious.
the Geralt that I know is like kind of a snarky prick.
No, this one seems too serious.
Yeah.
It's still a good series though. All right, so now, let's move on to the next trailer. So next up we have Don't Look Up. Don't Look Up tells the story of two low-level astronomers who must go on a giant meteor to warn mankind of an approaching comet that will destroy planet Earth. It releases December 24th of 2021.
Is this a comedy?
I have no idea.
I can tell you this right now. That trailer did not show anything like that.
Yeah, right.
That trailer
it
was
didn't seem
so
like that
weird.
at all.
Jonah Hill's president or something?
Like, he's somewhat important,
He's
yeah.
I already said this, but Jonah Hill's boring. I'm tired of him. Superbad, he's great in that.
Yeah,
but-
Superbad's classic.
But he's become just like
Too mainstream.
no, he's just kind of
Overused.
always plays the same character.
Right.
It's like Seth Rogen. Like there's no
I
change to
hate
them.
Seth Rogen.
We'll get
I
into it.
used
We'll
to
get into
love
him.
Seth Rogen.
We'll get into him in a little bit.
So this movie gives me the like terrible storm movies like Into the Storm or Geostorm. You know those crappy movies where it's the end of the Sharknado. Kind of like that.
Birdemic.
It's like Sharknado.
Birdemic's
Just give me
a good
Sharknado
movie.
but higher budget
It's
vibes.
funny.
Sharknado's a high budget show. What are you
Don't
talking
get me wrong,
about?
I enjoy Sharknado for the laughs.
Birdemic's the best one though.
Yeah, I saw parts of that. That was stupid as hell.
Except those movies are so stupid, they're good. But
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about this one. I don't think it's gonna be like that.
No, I think they're
We'll
trying to
see,
make this
though.
into a serious
I mean, they
one.
got two pretty big actors in it that are carrying this movie, so we'll see how it turns out.
I think-
You okay, Jesus?
Yeah, I'm just it's a slow week for trailers, it seems.
Yeah, not
is.
too much to be excited over.
Bro, the Venom movie though
That's-
comes out next week.
We'll talk about
That's later, bro.
Bro, I'm hype about that. trying to hype it up.
All right, and lastly, we have the Super Mario Brothers movie by Illumination.
Fuck Illuminati.
I don't
didn't-
have too much information on
I
that
didn't
one.
actually see
I just
the
know
trailer
the
for that.
actors. I don't think there is a trailer out
Okay.
yet. Just the cast has been announced, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think they've done a trailer for it yet.
Donkey Kong's gonna be ruined for everyone.
Donkey
glad
Kong is
Fred-
played by Seth Rogen.
He's gonna be
Played
ruined.
Fred Armisen is playing Cranky Kong. He seems
Oh.
like a perfect cast for that.
I don't recognize the name.
Yeah.
Bro, I kind of forgot who Seth Rogen was when you said that. I was
He's
like,
the
"What?"
fat guy.
Yeah, I realized. I had to look at. I looked at the cast.
Do the laugh.
Do the laugh.
Yeah,
That's Seth Rogen for you.
I hate Seth Rogen so much.
He always does that laugh in movies. There's a TikToker who does it really perfectly that I follow.
That's why I'm saying so he's gonna ruin Donkey Kong for everyone.
You know, I think that as I'm growing older, I'm appreciating more subtle comedy compared to like some shit like Grown Ups.
Yeah, well, I think because just America's comedy has changed. Because back then, that was like Grown Ups, The
That was, like,
Interview,
top
everything
tier.
was in your face, funny.
The Interview.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking of the Seth Rogen movie that he's in. Yeah.
That wasn't even that long ago.
Yeah, that one was like
The interview was what 2000s?
2016.
something like that,
Something
but
like
Really? Was it really when we were in high school?
Yes.
Well, I can look it up, but yeah, comedy has certainly changed.
Yeah. It's I like it. I like that it's getting a bit more dark and
Why do you like it dark?
self-referential.
What?
darker humor. I mean,
Why are you liking
it's
it
gonna be just
dark?
funny.
It was 2014.
It was 2014.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was when we were in middle school.
What?
No,
Yeah,
you graduated a
we
year after
graduated
me, right?
in 2017.
So we would've been like
freshmen
sophomores,
or
freshmen,
something. I don't
yeah.
know.
sophomore.
Around
something
there.
like that.
But yeah, so it doesn't look like there's too much to hope for right now. It does seem like they're throwing a bunch of stuff this year towards the holiday season. So
I like that Chris Pratt made a tweet, which was like, "Hey, it's me, Mario," and then he was like, "Oh, don't worry, this isn't the voice. You gotta wait for that."
bro, I don't know how I feel about that yet.
I like Chris Pratt.
I like Chris Pratt too, but I don't know if I like Chris Pratt as Mario.
Nah,
I think he'll do good.
I'm holding out hope for it.
Okay, we'll see.
I don't like Illumination though.
Illumination's a great studio.
I fucking hate Illumination.
I hope they don't like butcher the way the characters look though.
No, they'll get the character
Just stay
design
true to the
down.
design.
I think they'll get.
They're
the
gonna
character
make
design
everyone
down.
look like fucking minions.
that's what I'm thinking is gonna happen.
We're gonna give them all
I
overall.
swear to God, if there's a minion in this movie, I'm gonna.
That
kill
probably
myself.
will be.
I'm
Well,
gonna
Well,
kill
I feel
myself.
like either it's gonna start like it's gonna be at the end. Like
No,
no, do a
it's-
little
And
small cuts.
Illumination's writing team is the worst.
So
It's
another thing with Illumination is they do have like minions in all their movies, except they're not always minions. Like in the Lorax, it was the teddy bear. So in this one, I'm thinking it's gonna be the toads that are gonna be
Probably
like the
right,
minions.
Oh yeah, it probably is.
Yeah, that's
Bro, what's wrong, bro?
He just doesn't like Illumination.
Bro, you should love it.
they're fucking hacks. Ugh.
All right, so now let's get into our thoughts before going into Dear Evan Hansen. What are you guys' thoughts before watching the movie?
All right, you saw how much I didn't want to go by myself to the movie. I even said I don't want to go see this shit.
I didn't even know what it was about. I like literally the only reason why I figured out it was a musical when I looked it up that Saturday yesterday. I was like, "What is Dear?" I was
My-
like, "What is it? What are we watching? Oh, we're watching this." I looked it up. I'm like, musical.
I didn't know it was a
God
musical.
dang it!
My vitriol and anger is probably gonna be more towards Javier this one because he's just complaining about the music. I'm like, it's a fucking musical. Why
That's me,
can't you
bro.
get
I'm
that
the one
through
complaining about the music.
I'm not a big fan of musicals. They're boring to me.
Look, I like musicals just fine. I would consider myself a pretty big fan whenever I see one.
He watches the Shrek one and that's it.
No, he also watches The Greatest Showman and the Aladdin movie
And,
a lot.
The Greatest Showman wasn't great.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
But
he
anyways,
loves The Greatest Showman. He loves the Aladdin
Hugh
movie.
Jackman isn't a great singer.
But I overall
but
don't
it-
like musicals.
but
I'm
anyways,
just gonna say this right now.
when
Not
I,
overall
before
big
going
fan.
into this
That's why I
movie,
have a problem.
I didn't know it was a musical. I
You
did not know.
Oh,
No.
wow. I thought we talked about it. Well, you guys watched the
did
trailer while
mention
I was
it.
gone.
Yeah, we literally mentioned it
I didn't.
before the end of the
remember
last one.
I didn't watch
Because you and me weren't here for that
Yeah.
the time they watched the trailer.
Yeah, I didn't remember that.
But my thoughts going in, I was kind of expecting, it to be at least okay. I did peek the reviews beforehand.
So did I.
And I was like, oof, it's not great.
That's third.
But my sister's like a mega fan of Dear Evan Hansen. She read the book and she
Oh, wow.
also listened to the musical.
So she was excited to go.
Yeah, extremely so. But also she was like tentative because she also saw that the reviews weren't doing so hot,
Mm-hmm. We'll
And
get
that they-
into the specifics of why in a little
And-
later.
and that they cut out a couple songs. I have
Yeah.
no clue because I never.
I mean,
Never heard
it
of
already
it.
had a
Never
pretty
heard
long
of the song.
runtime. It was like
2
over
hours-
2 hours.
2 hours, 11 minutes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was already a long runtime. So if they had added more songs, that would have been more scenes they had to
That
build
would have been
around
like
it.
an hour and a half of songs, bro.
All right.
Hour and a half.
So my thoughts before going into it was, I'm with you guys. I've never seen the musical before. I heard about the controversy as to why these reviews were tanking, which I guess we can talk about right now. Is that the lead actor, everyone was upset that he was too old to play a high schooler.
Bro, Aleksey asked this too. He's like, looked at him. He's like, how old do you think that main actor is? I looked at him. I'm like, I think he's like 27.
What?
So,
Bro, he
looks like
looks
he's like
27.
35.
Bro, he looks
so
27.
from from what May told me is that he was the original Evan Hansen in the original Broadway play. So that's why they reprised his role. And so there was a little controversy of bringing him back and not bringing the rest of the cast back and him being too old. But I mean, we'll get into our thoughts on that later on.
Here's the question: how old is he?
I don't
How
know.
old is he? I actually don't know.
He's
Well,
probably mid.
I can look it up while you guys talk.
okay,
okay.
this is his name.
It's Ben Platt.
Yeah, Ben Platt. All right, and so yeah, I wasn't sure how everything was going to unfold because I did watch the trailer before going in the movie. So I was like, how is this narrative gonna play out?
Gonna end.
Yeah,
it's
how's
only
it gonna
28.
end? It's only
Bro,
28?
Hey,
I
you
said
got it right.
27. I said 27.
He said 26,
You
but
can go
okay.
kill yourself.
Oh, in
in
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
In Minecraft, right?
In Minecraft, yes. You can jump in a pool of lava.
He looks like he's 35 though.
Dude, he looked like he was 27 to me. I don't know why. I
All
just
right,
like,
all right. Moving on.
He didn't look like a teenager. Did not look like a teenager.
All right, now let's get into the spoiler-free review. All right, so spoiler-free review for Dear Evan Hansen. Dear Evan Hansen was released September 24th of 2021, starring Ben Platt, directed by Steven Chbosky, and it is rated PG-13. The plot summary. Film adaptation of the Tony and Grammy Award-winning musical about Evan Hansen, a high school senior with social anxiety disorder, and his journey of self-discovery and acceptance following the suicide of a fellow classmate. So what are you guys' overall thoughts without getting into spoilers?
Since I have no idea how the musical sounds like, I'm gonna say that the songs were good, but I think the people singing the songs in this movie weren't great.
That's
Because
literally
there's
it.
sometimes
So you mean like the lyrics?
there's sometimes where like
No,
pe-
like-
The singers
the
themselves,
singers themselves, like
their
the main,
voices.
like I felt like the main actor when he sang, it wasn't good at all. Some of the songs.
well,
he
I
sang,
think part of it, I don't know if that's intentional or not, because he's a weird kid, so
You might be right, but yeah, when he sang it, everything he sang sounded the same.
Oh,
Like
it was all
the
one
same
tone.
one style of singing. Like they were different tones, but they all sounded the same.
Gotcha.
the story was it was interesting, compelling enough. Ben Platt. There's a couple scenes, without giving any context, where like he looks very out of place, and
Yeah.
it's
I
kind
agree.
of creepy. How he's hanging,
I agree.
hanging with these like younger people.
I agree. That part was those parts were a little off-putting.
He did play his role pretty all right.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you that. Yeah, he did pretty good in his role.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also agree. I thought it was honestly, it's better than I thought it would be. So I wasn't too excited for this movie, but I actually enjoyed it.
That's for sure.
So Ben Platt does seem too old to play the role, but like you were saying, I do think he plays an anxious teen
Very well.
pretty well. Like he did a good job at looking nervous the whole movie. And I also felt like very nervous myself seeing Evan, get himself wrapped up further and further in this lie. And I'm like, how much more is he
That's
gonna lie? And
Exactly how I was. Even he can vouch for that. I was like,
Yeah, I was-
when is
Bro,
it gonna?
I'm pretty sure we're all like that. Like,
Like-
how far you can go with this, bro?
I was wondering if he was just gonna not ever tell
That's
them.
what I
Yeah,
was
me
thinking.
too.
I was thinking that, like, are they going to show, like, 30 years in the future when they're,
Yeah.
like, they're older and
How's
stuff
he
like
gonna
that?
explain that?
Yeah, and then he just looked at because, he was, I don't want to say anything
yeah,
else.
let's not get into the spoilers yet. But yeah, for me it was like oh my gosh, I don't like those sort of like cringy things in movies and TV shows. Well, not cringy, but like anxiety-inducing things where
Yeah.
you're like,
Especially to this level.
yeah, it's gonna blow up eventually. You're just like, how's it gonna happen? When is it gonna happen?
Yeah, I usually hate liar revealed stories because they're so cliche and they're everywhere.
yeah,
But I don't know. This one worked because it was just a kid going over his head and shit like that.
yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And the story itself was like the situation he wrapped himself in was an interesting one
Mhm.
yeah,
compared to most where it's
It's
kind
just
of
a
by
small,
the
stupid
numbers.
lie.
yeah. So it also had a few lighthearted moments that made me feel good or laugh, which I wasn't really expecting with the topic that they were touching on. And it also had a specific scene that me and Javier both enjoy that touched on mental health in a really good way. Like most of the movie, it's kind of talked about like mental health awareness and stuff, but there's like this one specific scene that does a really good job at
It's
it.
literally just one scene. I feel like the entire movie, the rest of the movie was just, they're just hinting in the topic. Like, they're just throwing it in the background.
Well, I mean
But
that's kind of a good thing because if they just shove it in your face constantly, that's gonna you'll just be like, I get the point.
It's gonna
Stop.
water it down.
Please stop.
So what do you guys rate it out of 10?
7.
It's a 6.5.
I'm
Six.
I'm still going to go 8.5.
So mine's is a 6.5. So we're all kind of all over the place.
We're close.
Yeah, we're close, but we're like a number off from each other.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty good middle shot movie. You can come in expect to enjoy it at least. So, all right. So let's look at some online ratings. The critics for Metascore gave it a 39 out of 100,
There's some chumps.
and the Rotten Tomatoes critics tomato meter gave it a 33%. Meanwhile, the audience on IMDb gave it a 6 out of 10, and the audience on Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 92%. So
I think
definitely all over the place.
before you read any of the reviews, I think that part of the reason the score is so low is that they're comparing it to the musical.
Yes,
Probably.
definitely.
We didn't
That's
have
what I
and or,
saw.
and or the book because my sister even mentioned that there's even some like plot points or stuff that they removed from the movie.
See, we didn't have that to go off of, so we had a
Yeah, our
completely
perspectives are fresh
perspective.
from just
Dude.
the movie.
To be honest, when I was sitting there watching the movie, I was looking at my fiance. I was telling her, this is not a movie meant for me. But I felt like if I went with my sisters, they would have enjoyed watching something like this. Like, I don't know. It just didn't feel like a movie for our taste, in a sense. I felt
Yeah,
like it was more
it's.
younger audience. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I see what you're saying. So, crunching all these numbers together, the average score is a 56 out of 100. So it's right in the middle. So you can get a good experience or a bad experience. It's like a coin flip for you.
Mm-hmm.
So before we jump into the spoiler-filled review, I'd like to take a moment to ask you to like this video if you have enjoyed it so far. Comment down below or let us know in the chat your guys' thoughts on Dear Evan Hansen. And subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the Patreon too. It would mean the world to me. Also, make sure to follow all these guys on their social medias. Their links will be in the description.
Autocom 426, don't forget. It's me.
We are also on most of the podcast platforms, so
Are you
give
on
us a listen
iHeartRadio?
anywhere.
Every time. Every time.
Are you on Musically?
Actually, I'll get back to you in the iHeartRadio when I think we might be. I don't know.
I actually don't think
I don't know for sure.
That one's. I feel like that one's.
That one's for just radio stations, right?
Are you
No,
gonna
they
be on
do
Vine?
podcasts as well.
They do podcasts.
Are you gonna be on Vine?
Isn't that shut down?
That's
Bro,
dead.
Are you gonna be on Postcom?
Musically.
What? No, that'd be.
This will never die.
Genius.com.
Oh my gosh.
This will never
Only
die.
farmers.com.
Do we have any comments on the movie or?
No, the
Okay.
last one was sent. That was Demon Slayer season 2 is coming out.
Oh shoot, that's right. We forgot to talk about that. Now let's get into the spoiler-filled discussion. All right.
Before we get into that,
Oh, okay.
so I had another bad experience with the theater.
Oh no,
Oh.
another one.
Surprisingly,
Wait, which one did you go to? I was asking.
North again. My sister wanted to see IMAX, but it was gonna be too late. It was like 9:30.
Yeah, don't do IMAX for
So
this movie.
Why not?
I don't think it's worth it.
I mean, the ticket would have been free for me.
Or, yeah, for you.
Well, it's not my fault. You don't get the subscription.
I know. I don't.
You keep complaining about the
I know, I gotta get it.
See, Aleksey, that's why if you donate
You
plasma,
just do it on your phone too.
Bro, if you donate plasma, you can get it for free because you're giving you out.
No one wants my dirty blood.
You don't know. You don't know.
So yeah, we were running a little late, because I was picking up my sister from a game because she was playing in the band. So I decided to get my ticket at the ticket booth, and they said I had no tickets left for the week.
What?
Whoa.
Even though I only watched I didn't even watch one movie that week. So I should have been like filled up by then.
Yeah.
And I had to wait for like 20 minutes for them to figure it out. And then eventually at some point it just worked.
That's
What?
weird.
Yeah, it just worked. And
I was having a struggle yesterday
Yeah,
too.
he had the same problem or similar problem.
I
Right?
think it has to do with the app. Like if you're like in the middle of checkout and then you like exit the app and do something else and then come back to it,
It freaks out.
yeah, the system freaks out and the movie thinks that you already got a ticket.
It's like a soft.
so you got to restart
soft
your
lock.
phone to like
Yeah.
get back into the app and then do that shit again.
For another thing is with the app is like if you're moving locations, it starts freaking out as well. Because I was trying to do it while I was driving it, and I was like at the next screen, like you can buy a soda and stuff, and it's like boom, timed out. I was like, bro, what?
That's
So
weird. I never had that happen.
I've had it happen like 3 times so far.
But yeah, I eventually got my ticket. We were a little late.
So you're trying to tell Celebration Cinema to update their app.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, exactly.
Fix it.
Yeah,
And
because their
fix it.
software.
Man,
it has
you-
to be their software.
So like I got like one of the combo meals or whatever, and then I got 2 tickets for my sister. It was like $50 or something.
Gosh.
It's just crazy how like overpriced tickets are.
Right, dude.
But I mean, I guess it's fine.
Well, and you're
Grows the
especially
economy. Benefits everybody.
I said, especially for IMAX.
Joe
IMAX, you're
Biden.
doing it for like the sound quality, the better picture. That's what the whole point of IMAX
Yeah,
is.
and you can't even stream them. No, this wasn't even IMAX. This was just regular.
Oh, you did it on regular?
It was still $50.
God dang. Maybe it's because it's a bigger. Maybe because of the location of the.
No.
I don't know.
No.
All right, now let's get into the spoiler-filled discussion. In-depth review of Dear Evan Hansen. All right. Any certain scenes or moments you guys want to talk about?
Yeah, it's in the middle of the movie where he goes on the stage, he breaks down for a second, and then he starts singing.
Yeah.
That part was super, like, really, really good. But my biggest gripe with that is the fact that I knew he was lying through his ass the entire time.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I really wanted to love that scene a lot, and I really like it. But the fact that I knew that he was lying through his ass really
Yeah,
took me
that-
away from
Or
that.
say
Well, I think that's the
and my
point.
fiance. Him and my fiance said the same thing. That scene was a very heart-touching moment. I felt like, but the fact that we, like us as the audience, knew that he was lying, kind of like
Took away from it.
took away that moment.
Well, the movie, I think, just the play in general or whatever, I think that's the point. That you're supposed to have conflicting feelings.
You're like, oh,
Because
he's doing a
he's-
good thing.
He's doing good things, and, like, he's bringing closure to, like, the family for this person who's, like...
An asshole.
Yeah, he is an asshole, but, like, he's doing it through, like, sort of unmoral.
I don't like that feeling. Then I don't like it. Okay, I don't like that conflicting
but at
feeling.
the same time, it's really good for a movie to be able to give you so many emotions, because that means you're just really invested in the story and they're doing their job at, selling you the idea of the film.
And, another scenes. This is gonna be like two. It's gonna be like back to back because it's kind of the same it happened twice.
Okay.
Was the parent scenes for like when Evan tells his mom that he was trying to commit suicide, and then it goes into a musical.
That's so
that don't completely defeat the purpose of that.
It ruined
Yeah.
it.
It made it was starting to get strong. That was a scene that almost made my fiance cry. And then they went to musical.
Yeah, it was a very emotional
she's like, oh,
scene.
never mind, this is funny now.
It was very emotional, very serious.
And
But
then
the
they
moment
had-
they started singing, I did not hear a single word they said. Basically.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, because it's in that scene, it's grounded in reality. Like, this is a conversation a mother and son could or have actually had.
And then she starts belting out notes right in front of his face.
Yeah, it was
Right.
so.
Yeah.
This is why I say I have a problem with the musical.
Well, yeah, if it
'cause
was on a
it's-
stage with just people with just singers doing shit.
It was on a stage.
Because they
so
still
yes.
have dialogue in the
Musicals,
musical.
yeah.
But
I said the other scene that is similar to that is when Evan's telling the dead parents the same way. Like
when he
that
confesses
also
his
ruined
lie.
it. That also ruined it.
That also
Yes.
ruined it because felt like it was gonna be touching
Yeah,
and serious.
I see what you're saying.
And then
That's
he
true.
started singing. It's like
Yeah, and when he was singing, it was a
Actually,
little hard for me to catch everything
Yeah.
he
I
was
was
saying.
fine with that scene. I felt like the first singing scene where he goes over to dinner for the first time.
that was funny to me.
Yeah, I think that one the tone was weird because he's like, I'm gonna tell you about the things we did,
And
and then he goes into song.
Yeah.
that was a little weird.
Yeah, he sings to the family, and
I'm
they're all
sorry.
like,
And then the
Way
dad's just
funnier than
looking
me.
at him, just like stone faced, just like.
What?
like this is normal.
One thing I really liked is the dad's eventual exception of the son's death, and now
Yeah, I
he's
got
actually
a
truly
little
grieving.
emotional.
Yeah, that scene
that's-
was
that was
very
Where he
touching.
came home and then just started crying.
Yeah.
And it was like right after the stage scene too.
Yeah, because most of the film he was in denial. He's
Yeah.
like,
No, he can't be dead. There's
Yeah.
no way
Well,
he's
it's
dead.
not. It's not that he was in doubt. It's like, well, yeah, he probably wasn't in doubt because he actually cared for the
yeah,
son
and
a
he was
lot.
just like, well, I mean, it
He didn't
kinda-
seem like he was in denial because he was constantly just stone faced.
He was
Yeah.
That's
he was
probably his
suppressing his emotions.
Well, yeah, he was clearly ignoring, he was trying not to read the emails, the fake emails
Yeah.
that were left for him.
Man, now I'm just heated by that one scene when Evan comes and admits the truth. Makes me mad because it's so emotional. It's so right there. Like when the dad and mom's fighting and the sister's just trying to stop fighting, and he's like, he was trying to get better, but it was your fault. And it's just like, no, it's not my fault. I was trying to help. No, you weren't. And then he starts singing.
Yeah,
Why?
it is.
Why do you have to do that?
One thing I gotta say though is the way the family grieves. I understand that everyone grieves differently, but I feel like the way this family grieves is terrible. Like they didn't.
Maybe because they have wealth. That's probably why.
I don't think that's the case. I don't know. I just didn't like the way they were grieving. Like I didn't feel sadness at the beginning at all from the way they were grieving. It felt like it was just a normal day for them.
Well, I mean, the mom was in clear denial. And
Yeah.
The mom was like,
I don't know. I just didn't like the way they were grieving.
and the dad was suppressing his
I
emotions.
don't know.
And the
I felt
sister
it was
felt
like
anger.
Towards the end, obviously, I started picking up because then it's like, oh wait, the dad really was grieving. He just didn't know how to show his didn't want to show his emotion.
To me, it was a more natural, probably sort of realistic way of a dysfunctional family grieving,
Mhm. Okay.
where
That's
the
facts.
sister who has been sort of
tormented?
abused by
Yeah, the brother.
Yeah.
is has these feelings of anger towards the brother
Mhm.
and shouldn't feel that she should waste any tears on him. for
Yeah.
Okay.
the
They're
thing
they're
he's
all on
done.
different pages.
Maybe I just didn't understand it enough.
Let's also talk about the initial scene where Evan is confronted by Cynthia and Daniel Murphy on Connor's death.
About if it was all a lie.
So
friends or
this
what?
is the initial lie where he initially lies. So thinking he was in trouble for a letter he wrote himself, Evan walks into the principal's office to talk to Connor's parents. When it's revealed to him that Connor has committed suicide and his letter was found in his pocket. Connor's parents believe that Evan was his only friend. See, and if I was put in a situation like that, maybe as a freshman or a sophomore, I would have maybe also lied a little bit and been like, yeah, we were friends. He was, just because of the way that, the parents were confronting Evan, like putting him in the corner, being like, no, but he has to be your friend. His name is on your wrist, right? It's like,
I would have told him the truth.
you would've told
For
him
such a
the truth.
situation like that,
The
there's
thing
no
is,
way I'm gonna lie
they
about
weren't.
it.
He wasn't a freshman or a sophomore. I think
Yeah,
he was a senior.
Yeah, I have
So
that in
the-
my
the-
notes. So it's like it kind of.
But
fact
also
that
he did try to tell them like,
Mhm.
yeah, no, we weren't friends.
But she
he
wasn't
didn't write
accepting it.
this.
Yeah, she wasn't having
She was
any
in
of it.
complete
She's-
denial.
Even when he told the mom, like his mom.
Well, it was
like-
just it was because of the implication. Like, if he didn't write this, then that means he is just the like soulless monster that he was when he was alive,
She was in complete denial.
and that he had no like good qualities about him.
So,
True.
yeah. But I don't think I wouldn't have ever gone as far as Evan did, like getting close to the whole family and.
He went on
No,
for
that felt
months,
shallow.
so long. Like it was like months, like almost a whole year of doing it.
The
Yeah.
romance part also felt very,
wrong.
very
For
morally
many
wrong.
reasons. We can talk about it now. Yeah.
Well-
well, for one, the actor.
It's manipulative, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for one, it's manipulated. But for another, the actor who's 29 seemed a little too old for this, like,
20.
teenage-looking actress. Maybe she's
Yeah,
in her 20s.
exactly.
Yeah, and it was like, it just felt like a really strange,
Like
out-of-place relationship.
when she comes over to his house for the first time or whatever,
Mhm.
and she goes up to his room or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
Like I got really uncomfortable.
So I looked at Alexi when that scene happened. I was like, man, they're about to do something that should
Yeah,
not be showing on screen.
I was going bounce to bound.
Yeah, that's literally what I was thinking. I was like, wow, this moved really quick.
But yeah, that's the romance part was totally morally wrong. Not because it wasn't because
The
I was
age
thinking
thing?
the age difference. That's not what I was thinking. I was just thinking because of how manipulative it was. It's like
Yeah.
it's almost as if he started doing this just so he can get closer to the girl.
Yeah.
Well, I
it-
mean,
it
he
was-
didn't intentionally start.
No, not
doing
at
it.
first, but then after everything's happened, it's like then
Oh.
it started going.
Didn't
into
she
that.
like basically fall in love with him after he just started singing the song with the what his brother thought?
Yeah, but
yeah,
that was
which
just
were really
feelings
his own
about it.
thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was kind of creepy in a sense. 'Cause he's been watching her in
It's
the
very
background for
stalkerish,
like
yes.
4 years.
Yeah,
Like I don't
exactly.
want to say that he was okay to do it because of his personality, the way he's antisocial. He's very extreme about that, and his social anxiety is very extreme. Obviously,
That's true.
So that was basically his only way to go about things. But yes, it's creepy from our perspective. But you got to think about how bad he is with his
Social skills.
Social
Yeah.
skills.
So
I'm not condoning stalker behavior.
Yeah,
but that's
don't stalk
basically
me.
his way of trying to get to know someone.
or say I think out of the whole movie, there's only one scene that I enjoyed. Which
Yeah, we can talk about it right now. The scene where Evan and Alana talk about mental health. So confused, Evan questions why Alana is talking to him, stating she has her life together while he doesn't. Alana reveals she also has depression and takes medication as well. She brings up a great point that some people are better at masking their depression or even managing it and becoming successful, able to achieve great things. But at the end of the day, you never really know what someone is going through, so you shouldn't be so quick to judge.
See, that entire scene
Yeah,
felt right. Like
Mhm.
I listening to the song, I'm like, I enjoy the song. I enjoy
Yeah, the
what's
song
going
did
on.
the song did fit perfectly
I
with
didn't
the moment too.
enjoy that they used the same song again.
Did they?
Yeah, like after she got the email from Evan, I think showing the letter,
Oh, mhm.
and then she
Posted it online.
I think she like went down the hallways and then started singing that song again.
Yeah, that's right. She was singing it while she was-
when there was supposed to be a different song in its place, I guess,
Oh.
that my sister mentioned.
But yeah, that emotional scene, the whole depression thing, how you deal with that. That was a very good scene.
Mhm.
It hit me by like a train because I did not see it coming at
Yeah,
all.
That
yeah,
almost made me cry.
because they did a good job at showing their point where like
Like we
Some
thought
people
she was
can-
put
yeah.
together
Mhm.
completely,
Yeah.
like she was fine, but then she reveals that she's on all these medications as well,
Mhm.
and she actually knew about it, and it showed that at the beginning she actually was aware of Evan since the beginning of the movie.
mhm.
It felt a little corny when 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 the girl was like I take Lexapro 10 milligrams. What you doing?
that was a little
That was
weird.
What
funny,
you on,
and
bro?
he's just like,
Yeah, what you
didn't-
on?
Didn't he list like 3 medications off at the same time? He was like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had one for anxiety and
I-
depression, and
he had another one, I believe.
Yeah.
We don't know how like I'm not trying to compare whose is more severe, obviously, but it feels like Q's
His was
a
more
whole
severe.
nother, a whole level higher.
But she was just trying to like point out, hey, I have similar problems as you.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Just felt more heart
because
touching.
I don't think
Yeah.
you can
And
match.
she
what
was
Evan has.
like
It's
genuine,
a good scene.
and she was like genuinely invested in Evan's narrative. Like she was trying to do everything she could to try and get, Connor's message out, and trying to build this.
because she was also in love with.
I was
Connor.
said, do you think the other
What?
reason why she tried super hard to do it because she was in love with him too?
Yeah.
Was she?
Yeah,
Yes.
she even said it. She said like after what was their sophomore year of doing a school project, she's like, I kind of fell in love with him
Oh.
because the fact that he had he didn't give too crap about anything.
Too crap.
to craps about anything,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, but he didn't just care. He just like, I don't care what your opinion is. I'm doing this because I want to do it.
Right.
And she's like, I like that about you.
Yep.
But that also probably could have been because of her social anxiety,
Mhm.
like her depression. Maybe she felt like she wanted to be as bold as him.
Yeah, that's
So.
a good point.
You know?
So some of the thoughts I had while watching this movie is, why did Evan let this get so far? I was also thinking, how was his family friend Jared able to keep this a secret for the whole time? Like, I thought Jared was
So-
eventually going to snitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jared apparently is a lot different in the book, cause
He'd be telling everyone, he'd be like, he lied.
no, not that, but he constantly tells Evan like you got to cut it out, dude. Like this is really fun.
Yeah, and this he's
He's
and
more
also
passive.
apparently Evan snaps back at him talking about. There was a scene early on where what was his name? I already forgot.
Jared? Or
Where
Evan?
Jared talks about like his camp experience and how he had like how he got laid or whatever and had a bunch of friends
Oh.
at camp.
yeah.
Mhm.
And like Evan just called him out talking about how he knows that those friends aren't real and that Evan, even though Jared doesn't like it, he's his only friend.
Dang.
See, this whole movie.
That puts a whole nother perspective on Evan, though, because it makes him, like, not just manipulative, but, like...
Well,
douchey,
he's
too.
lashing out at
Yeah.
yeah.
When he lashes out, though, he really
Yeah, I
lashes
know, he
out.
goes out. See, I was late like 10 minutes in the movie, to be honest. So I missed like the
I
very
was-
intro
yeah, like I
scene.
said, I was a little late too, but I did catch that
Alright.
scene where they're talking to each other
You-
at the game or whatever.
Why did he let it go so far, though?
Yeah.
Like,
I think
he
Well, I
explained
think
his-
because it was for a good cause
Yeah.
eventually, and I don't know.
Yeah,
They
but
just-
he just to keep coming over like every day and just be like, yeah, so me and your son, we're doing this, and then we were doing that.
At first, I thought, like, yeah, give the mother some closure and leave it at that, and then just step away from the family.
He
But
was going a step away, and then Alana like brought him back in with the Connor project.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's when things started going out of hand. Because if he didn't go along with the Connor project, then there'd be even more questions about his relationship with Connor and if it's all fake and stuff.
Authentic, yeah.
even though he stopped going to it, like, what?
Yeah.
Like for a couple weeks or so.
Yeah,
like,
he
Oh,
missed
because he
one.
fell in
Because
love.
that,
Yeah.
that montage show, like they went to prom, they did some other thing.
Which seemed like they all took place not during school, which is when it seemed like the project
Yeah.
was going on.
Yeah.
So I was just like, and then they're like, oh yeah, we can just start. And then they like show the scene where like they're at the project, and she's like, okay, I guess we can start without him.
Yeah.
I'm surprised his best friend was actually in it.
Yeah,
They
that's
went-
what I'm saying. I'm surprised he didn't say anything. He was like, well, he lied about the whole thing, so.
I'm guessing in this movie they just really didn't want to like emphasize on the friend that much. They're just trying to show.
Yeah, he
his
was more
perspective.
sidelined. He was kind of important at the beginning, and then they sidelined him like partway through the movie.
Yep.
Because he was there. He was the partner in crime, writing the letters and helping out and judging Evan for everything he's doing.
Yeah, part of it is also because these musicals are like 3 hours or
That's
plus
true.
long, so they have intermissions. Unlike movies where there's intermissions don't really exist.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not
Unless
true.
it's a double feature.
I
There's that
don't-
double feature. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the same fucking thing.
It's
It's not
not.
the same movie.
they can do. Why didn't they do that in the movie theater then?
They won't.
Yeah, what they can't also because a movie film reel can only go up so long on like one single film reel.
Okay.
There's only so much film.
All right. So my favorite moment was the scene where they faked the emails between Connor and Evan
Oh, and
So-
the singing.
I really
Yeah,
like
so-
that song.
So suicide, obviously, by no means is a joke, and they weren't making fun of that, but they did poke fun at the perception they had of Connor's character in this scene. It was a lot of silly humor with sex innuendos and awkward moments, and that made this musical scene hilarious because they had Connor singing about what they were typing down, which so like. It made me laugh out loud when it was just a bunch of typos, like I smoke the drugs or something like that.
He was like, you smoke the drugs. He's like, oh, okay, I'll fix it. I do crack. Or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't say crack. I do marijuana.
I smoke pot.
I found that to be absolutely hilarious. And I wish they had kept that sort of lightheartedness through some of it.
I mean, how can you get that light?
That's true.
By the eventual end of it,
That's true.
My,
like, it'd have to be a completely different story at that point.
I don't know if I want to talk about my favorite scene
Oh, why's that?
because I still feel like
Oh,
he's
yeah,
laughing
maybe
at-
not.
Where he's
it's a
laughing
little
at
too
the.
dark.
Let's maybe not. Oh, what about you, Lex? What's your favorite scene?
Like I said, it's a love-hate relationship with the scene in between him when he's on stage and then they start.
Oh,
singing.
yes. Yep.
Well, I thought your favorite scene was the actual, like the tweets, and then they were all doing a collage.
That's
like that.
that's the entire scene.
You
That's
know,
what I'm talking
one
about. That's part of
negative
that.
is after that scene, yeah, exactly, where they start showing all the social media shit.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me of He's All That, and like
Oh.
with the social media compilation.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they can never do social media right on
No, it feels
in
too
films.
forced.
It's
yeah.
it feels forced and like
Plus, it'll be dated in
yeah, exactly.
a few years.
It'll be dated.
Just give it like a few years. It'll be dated.
And
Another-
just the way the Evan's like looking over the mom's shoulders, you're like, oh, I got 14,000 views. How did this happen? And then the mom's just freaking out, like reading every comment and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
My other favorite
It's crazy.
scenes are not the singing. No, it's not the singing part of the scenes. It's when he admits the truth to the family and talks to the mother about.
Oh,
everything.
at the dinner.
Before the singing,
Yes.
obviously, not the
Yes.
singing. The singing is awful.
When he shows up, well, the family's falling apart
Yeah.
from all the hate calls and stuff.
Yes. I like those parts except for the singing.
Do you know what my favorite scene is?
What?
The
Yeah.
tree.
Huh? No, I'm not.
Are you
talk
gonna
about that.
explain
no,
how you?
No, I'm not
you're
gonna talk
Okay.
about it. I'm
Okay.
not gonna talk. My favorite scene is when towards the end when the sister pulls up in the
With the
Jeep
tree.
and it was the commercial looking
Oh,
like
it was a
sponsorship.
big
Yeah.
Big
Big
product
car.
placement.
Yep. Yeah, big.
It was
product
all
placement.
shiny
Big
and
old
everything.
red Jeep Wrangler.
They even
For all that
angled
country
it.
that they never go
Yeah,
on.
it did look like a car commercial. That
Dude,
you
it did.
mentioned.
She pulled up. She's like, "Sure." I'm
Pulled
like,
up in a
"Oh
field,
my
big
God."
wide shot of the car.
Yeah.
Jeep Wrangler.
Dude,
I'm like, she looks a little smaller driving.
the thing I was questioning is like, did her parents buy that after she graduate? Because she
They're
had
rich.
No,
so
she,
maybe.
she
She
had
had
it
it.
in that one scene where she almost killed herself.
No,
I thought
she
that was-
didn't.
that was a
No,
car.
that
That
was
was
just
a
a normal
Prius.
car.
That was a Prius.
Was it?
Yeah,
That
bro.
was a normal car.
Yeah, because
That
I'm
was
like,
actually
I
a
was,
pretty good scene.
Oh,
I
also-
remember
do wanna
remember
talk about
seeing the
that
Jeep
scene,
in
too.
another scene.
This was said that she had
Maybe
to
in
buy
the
it.
driveway
Oh, yeah,
whenever
no,
Evan comes over.
Yeah, when she drove home Evan home and they were at the house.
Oh, right, yes.
I think that was. I think they got it for later, but like in the beginning of the movie, I swear she was driving a Prius when she almost killed herself. And she's like,
Yeah.
She didn't almost kill herself. No, but anyways.
She did almost.
yeah, she was thinking.
She was trying to commit autocide, but the thing I have about that scene is,
There's no
I mean,
cars.
it was emotional, but for one, there was no cars, and for two, for her to stop exactly right at the red light.
There's no way.
Yeah, as
With
fast
the-
as she was
yeah.
going, with a short distance she had, there
From
was no way
90.
she could have done it.
Either that or she has the best brakes in the world.
Right.
Like,
For her car to not flip over or for it to not go past
she
the
was
red
just
light.
going straight though.
Yeah,
too.
that's so weird when like she stopped at the red light and no cars passed by.
Yeah, there was,
Dude,
it
there's a
was
whole
no.
open
Like,
scene.
oh,
There's
there's
nothing there.
she would have been fine if she
It
went
took it took
Yeah.
the reality out of the film in that moment.
Gosh.
What about your favorite scene though, Jesus?
Yeah, I think we already talked about it. It was just the scene where with the mental health awareness. and
Oh
stuff
yes,
like
yeah.
that.
That's
That's a
it's
good
just
scene.
a really good touching
a
scene.
scene, or a scene that I hated, I guess, would be
I already admitted what all I hated. all the parts I hated from this movie.
Where Alana like puts up the picture of
Yeah,
the,
that was.
of the thing that Evan clearly told her not
Bro,
to put
I
up.
know.
Yeah, that was
And
frustrating.
he even gave her a solid like explanation as to why not to put it up, because it was a personal thing that was towards
Yeah,
the-
which is
through
true,
the
yeah.
family.
How did they make it to 100,000 then?
Because of that.
Because
Yeah.
of that letter, and
That
then they started getting hate
because
of it.
They thought they put her up specifically for money, and I feel like that's what she did. I feel like she did it because
think-
she was 25,000 short.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
exactly.
did. She literally
That
did.
was your
She
motive.
was literally looking at the computer and then looked back at the note.
She's like, I shouldn't do it, but at the same time, I should.
It's
Because
like,
we need to get the money so we can do the rest of this. You know, I question, did Evan ever sell that baseball?
Me too. That's a good
Like,
point. Yeah,
'cause
he
he-
just pocketed it.
Yeah,
and
like
then
I think he kept it. I literally think he kept it.
he sent the picture to his dad, who never responds to him, and then and then like that was all we saw the baseball. It wasn't like it wasn't like, oh, here you go, Alana, which is what I thought he was gonna do. Oh, like, oh, I have a baseball we can sell to reach our goal now.
Yeah, because that baseball was probably worth like 10,000 or something.
Yeah, it was worth a lot of money.
Because they had 96 players signed that were
They
famous.
had a lot of signatures, yeah. So it was like, yeah, it was a little strange. What was your least favorite scene, Aleksey?
probably like 32 players.
What?
So I'm trying to think of like a baseball team. How much do they have on there?
I know I had some. I was go.
Yeah,
Go.
he said his least
Oh,
favorite
okay,
scene was
Well, I already said like a bunch of my least
It's
favorites.
Yeah.
just like I said, it's the singing.
There
the
was-
first
Singing.
song was okay.
Mhm.
I was fine. It caught me by surprise 'cause I didn't know it was a musical. But then more songs came on, right? More songs started, but then they all started sounding the same to me, and I did not like that. And then
I think it was
the
probably
singing
the
was just
specific performance in the movie. Maybe
Yeah.
if you heard it like in the actual
Maybe.
musical, it'll
I
sound
just-
better. Because this thing has awards.
Yeah, it does.
That's why I was
Grammy.
so, when you said
yeah,
Grammy, too,
winning.
I was like,
Grammy and
what?
Emmy award winning.
I was so blown away. I'm like, this has a Grammy? This movie does not do its justice.
And like
to
I said, the singing took
Halloween.
away from some of the scenes
Yeah, definitely.
completely. We already talked about those scenes that took away from singing, like the very serious ones where he was confessing.
That's why those are my least favorite in the whole movie.
It destroyed
I
those
think the
scenes.
tree that they showed that he
Evan
you know,
climbs.
yeah, it's too short
What do you mean?
Yeah,
for
it didn't
for
feel
him
that
to
tall.
jump off of, or because he made it. He made that tree be the one that he was gonna like jump off of. That to me that seems too short to even try.
Mm.
They did do some good. It was like part of special effects, like CGI they used for that scene.
That scene caught me off guard because I did not know what happened, and then the revelation towards the end there, that really caught me off guard. Like,
Yeah, me too.
I was like, well, hold on a minute.
Yeah, I thought he fell
Yeah, I thought he
because
actually
Thought he
fell,
fell,
but
yeah.
then
Like-
when
It
they
was
it
revealed
was an
it
attempted-
really caught me off guard. I did not see that coming.
yeah, in the beginning when they show him falling,
Mhm.
like Aleksey pointed out earlier when we're leaving, he's like, yeah, I thought he fell because they show the branch and how it bent.
Yeah, me
He thought
too.
it fell, but then when he shows how because after that he shows that he gets to the top,
Mhm.
but it didn't show that he jumped,
Yeah.
and I was like, dang.
Yeah, that scene was.
That
Yeah,
blew
that's
my
what you were.
mind.
Yeah, that was your emotion. Dang.
All
Was there
right.
anything
Talk
else?
about-
What are
Okay.
you guys' final ratings for Dear Evan Hansen?
7.
It's a
7.
6.
6.
Still, I'll probably keep it at an 8.
All right, I'm a 6.5. So yeah, we're
You
all
liked
kind
it the
of.
most and also had the most criticisms against.
Dude, I don't know. I could honestly, if my sisters today asked me to go watch this with them, I would rewatch it. No problem with it. It's just
You can have like
I wanna
criticisms,
watch the
but still
musical.
like it.
Honestly,
that would probably be better.
Unless it's as good as Shrek the musical, I'm not watching it.
Oh my
of
gosh.
course.
Wait, our school was Shrek the musical?
Hell no.
All right, let's
That was
read
trash.
Hey, Lord Farquaad, you still got it?
Yeah, you still
Yeah,
got it,
dude.
Lord Farquaad?
Heck yeah. All right, let's read some online reviews. So, this IMDb audience member gave it a 10 out of 10. I have never been so emotionally invested in a movie before. It was amazing from the direction to the music to the acting. So, what if he's older than the character he's playing? It's called acting. Nobody has more experience with that character than Ben Platt. I urge everyone to watch this movie with an open mind. Let it draw you into the performance. You won't regret it.
I agree with that, but I hate that everyone brings up the age. Everyone brings up
Yeah,
the
that's what
age.
he's saying. He's like stop worrying about the age. He's an actor. Let
Yeah,
him
but
act.
See,
even
that's
they
why I
brought
have-
the age
But
up.
see, that's why I have such a high rating. I didn't know. Like, I didn't know this was a musical. I didn't know there was a book for it. I literally came with an open mind.
Yeah.
That's why it's such a high rating
A
for
blank
me.
slate.
Yeah, like but then again, I'm bad with actors anyways. So when I go watch a movie, I don't think about actors. I'm just thinking about the movie itself. I don't think about how Jesus goes in depth with like, oh, this actor's bad for this reason. You know, because I wouldn't know. I just
I like this performance.
no, but I'm just saying overall for actors. You know, like if you show me a movie, I'm like, oh, this movie's pretty good. You know, this is probably
Yeah,
this is
I
why,
kind of have the same mentality as you were. I know more of the characters than I know the actor.
Yeah. So, like I said, it's a solid 8. Stick with it.
All right, so this Metacritic reviewer said 76 out of 100. It's messy at times and melodramatic at others, and its treatment of mental health issues is not the most nuanced. But those feel like quibbles given the joy you can find in its best moments.
What does nuanced mean?
Subtlety.
Why not
You
just say
wouldn't
that?
know.
Because, bro, he's big brain moves here.
And why did they use squibble?
This is a review, like a critic.
Oh, okay.
So they're like writing for articles.
big
Oh,
words.
Eddie, sidebar, by the way. I like that we did the whole movie in one shot compared to last week.
Yeah,
Where-
that's-
where we
that's a
broke
lot
it into
better.
Yeah,
I was
two.
gonna
I
ask-
figured last week we were too chaotic,
It
jumping
flowed
back
a-
and
It
it
was
forth.
a
lot
bit
nicer
cleaner
this
this
time.
time around, yeah.
We
Yeah.
could expand on thoughts better, yeah.
Yeah,
So I think this is the formula we're gonna stick with.
So after this, we're gonna do the second one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a long episode. They're
Well,
all
that's-
gonna be long from
Yeah,
now.
yeah. I was saying
Yeah,
we're doing
about 2
double
hours, I think.
movies, so it's gonna
I
be.
think the average about 2
I
hours.
should have gotten a bigger G Fuel.
Well, we can take a little break if need be.
Take an ad break. We'll be right back to.
We don't have
You
ads.
can't do ads because
Yeah,
he's
right.
not Twitch affiliated
Then we're
yet.
gonna do a mac and cheese ad break.
No.
mac and cheese.
This stream is sponsored by Audicon 426
Okay.
and Twitch.tv.
He's
G
paying
Fuel
for
also
it.
please sponsor us.
Oh my god. Yeah, G Fuel, if you could sponsor us, that'd be epic. All right, so
Epic Games.
this Rotten Tomato audience member gave it a 4.5 out of 5. Great musical, excellent cast, such an important story. It's not the live production, but a great adaptation. New songs too.
Songs need to disappear from
So
this movie.
it seemed like they're mostly focusing on the musical part in that review, which is fine. But I mean, the whole movie wasn't just music.
It's a
Yeah.
musical.
Yeah, it's based.
It's a musical.
It's a musical movie, but it's also a movie too.
Yeah.
They didn't. I feel like they could have done just fine without the musical aspect.
No, I think
Then
it
it
was.
would have been a different movie.
Yeah. I mean, I just wish they cut out some of the musical
Yeah,
parts.
we already went over
some,
that.
just some, not all.
Yeah, we
I
went
could.
over
I
that.
think I would have been fine listening to most of it, but like some of the scenes didn't need it.
All right, so this Rotten Tomatoes critic gave
Jesus, you just look at me like you got something
He's
to
like
say.
trying to say like this is a
It's
musical.
a musical.
Bro, I know it's.
We know
I'm
it's
just
a
saying,
musical,
This
bro.
story wouldn't exist.
No, there's only 3 scenes I say that don't need it. 3 scenes. That's it.
or that could be better timed.
Yeah.
They were probably better suited in the musical.
Yeah, like actually in the actual live action musical.
Yeah.
not
We
this
understand
movie.
that.
Maybe you're implying that this movie shouldn't exist,
No,
and that the musical itself should just be its own thing. It shouldn't-
Probably.
I can
like
agree
Hamilton.
with that. I think
Yeah, like probably.
Like,
I don't know
like if you
Hamilton.
saw Hamilton as a movie, you'd probably be feeling the same way, where you're like, some of this music kind of takes away from the actual story.
Because
okay, I think I can see what you're saying.
yeah, probably.
So it should have just been a live recording of the.
Yeah, I should have just played the musical in theaters. You know, like the
That would have
ad
been
breaks.
interesting too.
'Cause that I would be like, oh, we're gonna watch this. Okay, and I watch. Oh, this is a musical. Well, but get ready, and then they do intermissions like you talked about.
No intermission in a theater.
They probably would have.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
All right, let's get into this Rotten Tomatoes critic. So they gave it a rotten score. By far, the best thing about the film is the music and the singing, considering most of it is from the original musical and performed by Ben Platt himself. You can't really give the movie much more credit for those things.
That's such bull. We just went over.
Once again, none of us saw the musical.
Okay, that's true.
So we
That
have
is
nothing
correct.
to
Bro, you know who
compare
we
it
need?
to.
You know who we need right now is your sister.
Yeah, my
She-
sister.
she-
My
she would-
sister gave it a 5.
She would.
Oh, wow.
It
really?
didn't make
Yeah,
it.
my
May,
sister
May
gave it a
also
5.
watched the musical, and she said the same thing, or at least I think she watched the musical.
She was really upset that they cut out some of those songs.
Obi, your bone chewing is very loud.
So check out our previous podcast if you're enjoying this one so far. We upload episodes weekly. So also check out our Patreon. Any help is greatly appreciated. So, spoiler-free review for The Matrix. The Matrix was released March 31st of 1991.
91?
Yes.
I thought you said
99, my bad.
Yeah, I thought it was a lot older.
1999.
I was about to say, what's going on?
Starring Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, and Carrie Ann Moss. Directed by Lana Wachowski.
I only
Rated
know one of those
R.
names, and that would be Keanu Reeves.
Dude, I was so blown away the fact that he
was so young.
He blew like that. I bet that's the reason why he blew up in like all the action movies he does.
Probably that's probably one of his bigger movies, but he was in what, like Bill and Ted's
Excellent Adventure.
Excellent Adventure, stuff like that.
I didn't know
John
that.
Wick.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm thinking like, dude, that dude looks like he plays John Wick. I'm like, oh, I bet it is.
You didn't know that?
No, dude,
What?
I told you I don't know actors.
You've never watched The Matrix before?
No, I have.
What?
I just
He still didn't know.
yeah, it's been a while since the last time I seen The Matrix was like 2010, bro.
Dang.
Okay, fair
All right,
enough.
Plot summary. When a beautiful stranger leads computer hacker Neo to a forbidding underworld, he discovers the shocking truth. The life he knows is in the elaborate deception of an evil cyber intelligence. What is you guys' overall thoughts without getting into spoilers?
Everyone wears leather.
Yes, lots of leather.
Tons of leather. You gotta know.
They got trench coats, they got boots, they got straps,
Bro, like
belts.
It seems like I don't know.
CGI, bro.
Seems freaky.
Oh my god,
It's old CGI though.
Bro,
Okay, calm down.
okay, like so I know you have a problem with the CGI now, but I feel like it's still good.
no. There's definitely some scenes that hold up.
Yeah,
still.
some scenes
But-
are still great, but not all of them.
It's usually when a human actor does an action and then they add CGI to it. That looks bad.
yeah.
Like Eddie pointed
But,
out
alright,
already.
So what are our thoughts?
Yeah, overall thoughts without getting into spoilers.
This is a spoiler-free resume.
My thoughts, we're good. I've seen it before. It's a good movie to go back to once in a while.
The romance in it is bad.
Yes.
Wait,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I
I
forgot.
thought
really
most of the
bad.
romance
So much-
happens in the second movie. Most of the romance.
Well,
happens.
it's kind of set up in this way because towards the end, which we'll get into
I don't
spoilers
like
later,
the romance though.
It's
I think-
revealed
it
that there
feels
is a
forced.
romance.
Yeah,
Trinity isn't cool.
No, I don't like her.
No.
I don't like Trinity.
I mean, I like some of the roles she does in the movie, but that's about it.
So
I feel she's only there just to push Neo.
Oh,
yeah,
probably.
maybe. I thought it was an interesting concept, obviously ahead of its time, just like Ghost in the Shell. Partially but enjoying this movie was kind of hard partially because of there's some conspiracy theorists who like genuinely believe
The Matrix
in
is
this
real.
movie, yeah, in the Matrix. So it's kind of hard to take it seriously when it's like you got people on the internet being like, "We're in a simulation, man," and it's like, okay,
Wake up, sheeple.
wake up, people.
Do you think?
Free your mind.
Do you think this movie like kind of like blew up conspiracies more than after
Probably.
I
this?
think it definitely planted the seeds for.
And there's definitely
Because I remember hearing a lot of people saying we're in a simulation back when it came
some
out.
certain controversies with the trench coat and the
Oh.
depictions of
Mm.
weaponry and going places with said
Oh, okay. I see what
weaponry.
you're saying.
Yeah. It was definitely a cultural phenomenon, though. It's this references and lingo is still used in media to this day, like "bro, you're red pilling" or "bro, you're blue pilling," things like that, or things like just like we talked about in the Shrek movie and other movies that reference or parody this
I
film.
believe this movie is in the what is it? The national. I don't know. Not treasury. It's something national movie thing where they put like all the best movies.
Like a National Movie Hall of Fame. Sort of
Yeah,
thing.
something like that. I forgot what it was called.
Are we gonna watch 2 and 3 as well?
We'll decide that
I
later.
Yeah, we'll decide
don't
that towards
want
the
to
end.
watch Sin
Okay.
City, but we might have to since the new one's coming out.
So I also thought it was amazing how some of the slow-mo shots were cutting edge back in the day, but now are really cheesy and over the top.
Yeah.
And anyone who does it these days is kind of like just being goofy.
Is being laughed at.
Yeah.
If they do it. If they do it in a serious manner. That is.
That's why it's that's why I think they use some of the CGI in like comedies more than anything.
Yeah. But other than that, it's an enjoyable film with an interesting premise. So
Also, I don't like quote unquote real world. I don't like
It feels
the
forced.
post-apocalyptic
Films.
setting of the not in films.
Oh.
In this specific movie where it's like
It's too
it's
post-apocalyptic.
It's
like,
just kind of boring.
It
looking.
does all take place just on that one location,
Yeah.
so it is
Uh,
kind of hard to.
Did they
They don't
say
show
why
much.
why the skies were like
yes, they did.
We'll
can
get into the.
That's
We'll
going
get
into
into-
spoilers.
Mhm. So, what do you guys rate it out of 10?
I said
7.5.
it's a 7 nowadays. It was an 8 back then.
7.5.
Plus.
7.5, 7. What about
Both
you?
times.
I think it's gonna be a 9 still for me.
A
You said
9.
9.5 earlier.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go down to a 9. Okay.
I also give it a 7. So we're all around like it's a B, C type of movie.
Besides
so
me, I
It's
think
still
it's
definitely
besides-
worthy of like it's definitely a movie that everyone should see once in their life, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't go say it's the best movie in the world.
Yeah. So let's compare to some online ratings. The critics from Metascore gave it a 73 out of 100, and the critics from Rotten Tomatoes Tomato Meter gave it an 88%. Meanwhile, the audience on IMDb gave it a 7.8 out of 10, and the audience on Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 85%.
I actually didn't know it was scored that like
Highly.
No, I thought it was scored higher. I
Yeah,
thought it
I
would have
was
been
thinking
like
the
a
same
9.
Yeah,
thing.
Shrek held up better.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I thought people had high, like people enjoyed the first Matrix, like
Mm-hmm.
Well,
they
you
had
guys,
sites high.
Well, it's a cultural
it's
phenomenon.
been 20
but,
years, so 20
Well, I
years.
think part of it is the time frame and also the amount of people that have reviewed this movie.
But yeah, also like these reviews are also like so there's definitely like a big lot of them where it's from back in the day
Mm-hmm.
where they just compiled them back into the system.
when you have 20 years worth of reviews and still hold up to it like an 83% or what is it?
Yeah, that's the average. The
Or
average
an
for this
83%.
film
That is
83.
really good for a 20-year-old movie.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
don't get me
there's
wrong.
it's pretty good. It's no Citizen Kane though.
Citizens Kane
It's no
was
Paddington.
good for its
It's no
cinematography.
Paddington 2.
Oh my
Bro, it's no Shrek, bro. Let's be realistic.
Okay, so before we jump into the spoiler-filled review, I'm gonna say this again: like, comment, subscribe. Check out these guys on their social media links in the description.
yeah.
All right.
Alexa, you doing that? It's right behind the laptop, so they can't see you praying. Oh, there you go.
Now let's get into the spoiler-filled discussion. All right, let's take an in-depth review of The Matrix. Any certain scenes or moments
All
you
right,
guys want to
so-
talk about?
Talking back to the question, he said why the skies are like that. Okay, so basically what happened was when the first human basically said they wanted to scrap this robot, the robot had a conscience basically, and they revolted. And then since these robots were solar powered, the humans thought, oh, let's just block the entire sun.
But how did they do that? I was questioning
it's,
that.
It's probably just some weapon they had back then. I don't know.
'Cause I was thinking, like, does they just use nukes?
They
just nuke-
probably
nuke the
something
whole
like
world?
that. Probably
I
like
mean-
a nuclear winter or something like
Yeah,
that kind of
most
thing.
likely.
But then if
Where
that
they black
happened,
out the sky.
if that happened, no human would have been alive afterwards.
That's what I'm saying. The robots found out that before obviously the humans could die, the robots found out the humans could be used as batteries basically, and so that's when the whole Matrix thing comes in. They're starting to like forcefully grow humans and stuff like that. So they're obviously continuing the population, and the ones who escape went to Zion, basically created a city called Zion, and that's where natural born humans are starting to grow now. And then there's the ones that were being artificially created.
Gets really dumb.
It's really dumb.
Yeah, humans were so stupid thinking that they could stop the robots and survive in a nuclear winter world.
No, I'm saying the plot gets really dumb.
Oh, okay.
In,
Yeah, well,
in the
it-
later movies.
Just like most conspiracies, the further down the rabbit hole you go, the more holes in
Talking
the
about
theory
the
there
rabbit.
are.
Talking about
the
the
white
rabbit,
rabbit.
remember?
Oh, the white rabbit.
Yes.
Follow the
That-
white
I
rabbit.
think that might also be, well, Alice in Wonderland really is where the term comes from, the
Mhm,
rabbit
yep.
hole.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that one song that they used in the trailer for the new Matrix is also
Oh,
based
that's
off
cool.
of.
So I want to talk about the scene where Neo gets bugged. After being captured for refusing to follow Morpheus's orders, Neo is interrogated on Morpheus's whereabouts. After receiving no response, the sentient AIs plant him with a giant bug in his belly button. And I think this is one of those scenes where even to this day, the CGI in that scene at least is pretty good. Like that bug looks pretty creepy, and the way they insert it into this belly button and then remove it later on.
It was the camera shots made it look like there was a separate hole in his body.
Yeah,
It didn't look like his It didn't look like his belly button. It looked like there was a hole like right between his like chest.
They might what they
screen,
did.
there.
What they did is if they thought like how in Iron Man they had like a fake chest for Tony Stark and he was just behind it when they were inserting the stuff. That might be what they did.
Yeah, but the alien came to life. That little bug thing, it came to life. That
was CGI, yes.
Yeah, so.
I think that was a really good CGI moment.
In order to input the CGI, though, they needed it to have a physical object to be able to put the CGI around.
I said, most of the bad CGI that I've seen was related to humans moving.
Yeah, we can talk about that now. So, I have another scene that I want to talk about is any fight scene, specifically Neo versus Morpheus. After downloading every martial arts known to man into his consciousness, Neo feels ready to force Morpheus into battle.
There's some goofy lines like when Morpheus comes up to Neo once he finishes up one of his training sessions. He's just like, I know Kung Fu.
Oh, yeah. He's like, I know Kung Fu now. He's like, well, okay.
Bro, how many, it was 10 hours worth of freaking martial arts and he still lost them.
Yeah, this scene is supposed to be
10 hours isn't that long. I mean, compared to Morpheus, I'm sure.
But he's mastery level. 10 hours.
Yes, but so is Morpheus probably.
Yeah. So this is supposed to be a pivotal scene demonstrating how no matter what skills you have, unless you believe you can break the Matrix, then you're not going to be able to win. However, it's hard to take it seriously with all the special effects in the scene with the slow motion kicks and the insanely rapid punches that are going so fast. It's just over the top.
Well, that was
with
towards
all
the
the
end.
somersaults and stuff.
Wasn't that towards the end of the...
In the first scene
fight?
when he's fighting Morpheus, when he starts doing the hit him to the side like that, it's just like showing the really fast arms. It was kind of ridiculous.
Oh my god, that reminds me near the end of the movie where Neo is fighting Agent Smith in the hallway in the apartment right where the phone is, where he finally becomes the one.
Yeah.
Oh, when he unlocks his abilities.
He's just lazily fighting
Agent
Smith.
Slow.
Like he's literally looking off to the side. Just
that was such a power move, though.
No, but he didn't even look cool doing it.
Well, you're just looking at the camera. It's just like, hi.
He looked lazy.
He's like, oh, I have to do this.
I think they
now.
just tried to prove to us. He
didn't. He couldn't even just put on a serious face, trying to be cool. He had to look like a dumbass.
Another over the top scene is the one that Aleksey mentioned to me earlier. So once they raided the building where Morpheus was being held captive,
so bad.
So we had Neo and Trinity shooting up all these security guards and all these AI sentients.
Being badasses.
Yeah, being badasses. And then at one moment, Neo does this insane kick where he kicks somebody across the room, and then he takes his leg and slowly turns it to the side and then puts it back down.
It was so stupid.
You gotta readjust it before he snaps
He's
it
like,
off.
you can't just take a step back down. Gravity doesn't work.
So wasn't that in the subway scene?
I think, yeah.
I thought it was in the building.
It was in the building.
It was?
Yeah.
Dang, I do not remember that. Oh, wait, was it outside on the rooftop?
No, that was literally the same scene that I was talking about where he becomes the one.
Was it?
That's after the subway. No, that's
no, dude. I watched it 30 minutes before it coming here. If anyone knows,
Bro, I literally watched the whole movie this morning.
I also did too.
I just don't remember that. I'm trying to think where it took place.
Oh my gosh! But just all the action scenes were
because he was so
really
confident
silly.
when he did that kick, meaning which also helps you realize that's when he became the one.
Well, he also had confidence in the subway scene too. That's why he stood back and fought him, and then he won.
I think.
And then he won.
Yeah, but the first
Too
time
quickly.
when he did that kick whatever.
The kick was ugly.
Oh, yeah, the point is the kick was goofy.
You know, do you like Trinity scene when she was jumping through the window?
Which one? At the beginning?
Yeah, the very beginning when she just she jumps and just does a whole twirl.
Yeah,
and
it
So
looks so
I
goofy.
hadn't watched this movie in a while. So when I saw that scene, I was like, I hope the whole movie isn't like that.
And then it proceeds to be like that.
Yeah, I was
And
like,
then,
oh, okay.
as, like right after that scene where she goes up to the rooftop, you can see like the backdrop of the city. Like you could tell that it's like fucking, it's like a JPEG or something.
Green screen thing, yeah. Like the ones I use in my old videos, yeah.
Ooh.
Oof.
The one thing I
alright.
didn't like is that everything literally destroyed, like everything they shot, like destroyed whole chunks of buildings. Everything, like it's
They
like
had
they were
heavy
using
ammunition.
yeah, they were using like hand cannons.
Good thing we have to watch 2 and 3.
Well, they
next.
were.
They're using what,
Agent
Desert
Smith
Eagles?
was wearing. Yeah, he
Desert
had
Eagle?
a Desert Eagle.
Did he die?
Who?
Agent Smith?
I'm not gonna say
He
anything.
blew
Don't say anything.
up, but I mean,
Don't
he's
say
a
any-
program.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
don't
he
say
could
anything
probably-
because I don't know if he remembers anything from 2 or 3.
Okay, so
I
another
remember-
scene I want to talk about is the scene where Neo takes the pill from Morpheus. In order to understand the Matrix, or at least come out of the simulation, Neo must make the choice between a red pill or a blue pill. This moment has become such a cultural icon. It's still used by conspiracy theorists and political parties to this day. So,
And people make up new pills too, like black pilled.
yeah, it's getting too elaborate.
Honestly speaking, if I was Neo and he showed me the real world before I took the pill, fuck that. I'm
Yeah,
taking
no,
a blue
I
pill.
would have been. Yeah, I would have been like that dude. That by the way, that actor, I forget.
Oh,
Who does he
the rat,
play?
the guy
Yeah,
who
the-
read.
Rat?
He's in Sopranos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he plays a guy named Richie.
See, that's what I find funny. Like, you said that, Alexi. I'm like, that's how that one guy, the rat-
That's why I said, like, he had a good point. Like, why would I want to live in a post-apocalyptic world where I'm trying to fight
you
for
also,
survival?
He also got an option. You could have said no. There's nothing stopping
Well,
you.
he
to say-
didn't know what he was going.
Yeah,
getting
Yeah, but
into.
he still had the option to say no.
No.
No,
Yeah.
because you had to take the pill to actually see the real world.
After you take
No,
the...
but I'm saying
Yeah,
you
I
can
have,
still
I
say
have it
no.
in my notes. See, I'm like, if I was given the option, I'd probably reject a stranger offering me a pill saying I'd wake from a simulation.
Yeah, it's
there's
like
just-
taking drugs.
Yeah, dude. It's like, what are you talking about?
That would also
man?
be terrified though. Once you like wake up and you realize you're not even in your real the real world and you're just in an AI system.
Yeah.
I'd go
All
back.
right, so...
I'd
Eat
like,
that steak.
bro, I'll just,
yeah, that scene really resonates with me. Like, I know it's not real, but steak is steak. I'm good. I'd rather stay in a simulation so I can taste that steak.
yeah,
'Cause
but
that's-
how do AI know that?
At that moment, don't
that was
get
a-
into that.
That
but
was a funny moment, but no, but that was a scene that was brought up in the
Yes.
film. It's like, how do the AI know what chicken tastes like?
Yeah.
because
Man, we're
humans
all blue
programmed to
pilled
eat.
as fuck.
because because humans thought
No, but humans thought.
no humans programmed the robots at first.
Yeah, but
But they didn't program them
the
to know
taste.
what
Yeah.
taste is.
They don't know what taste. They don't know what the wind feels like. They don't know any
Alligator
of that
tastes
stuff.
like chicken, apparently.
I,
No, but
believe
what
I believe it's the program that I saw a video about this.
Program defaults to chicken.
The program. Okay,
Well,
that makes
technically-
sense, yes. But
Technically, the taste bud is has like 8 senses when you do taste. It's like bitter, salty, like bunch of those little like small stuff that breaks
Yeah.
it down. And I think that's what the AI probably did.
it is explained in some of the theory videos that I
Wait, you
watched.
watched
but I
theory
can't-
Okay,
videos?
well, I got some things for your theory videos because here's some thoughts I had while watching it. How are new baby humans created to be farmed? Like if they're
That
all
one's
in their
never
own,
explained. I
if
don't
they're,
think.
yeah, if they're all in their own little tube and they're all in the simulation, how do they farm new babies?
Bro, you
Clones,
want to know
maybe?
how they go to the guys and just
Cloning,
and
I think, maybe.
They just
Clone?
they
Maybe they
inject the
have-
semen from them, and then they go to a woman and take all the eggs and just
Maybe that's actually more accurate. Maybe they have like a separate division.
Because
Or
that's what I would
breeds.
assume. And then like once those babies are born, and then they just like drill the little metal parts in them. Zoom, 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 zoom,
Oh my gosh.
zoom, zoom, zoom.
And you know, okay, so
Or you could be
I want to talk
clones,
about this
like-
because he said, "How does the fourth movie connect with the third one?" Because you said Neo is dead in the third one, right?
Yep.
Can we not talk about this?
Shush. I think this is actually very important because this is the part of the theory review. Neo is technically a program now. He is officially a program, kind of like Agent Smith.
I didn't know that. I don't remember
Well-
anything about 3.
Well, everyone technically is a program until they take the red pill. And so
What? But they're people.
Oh, another question I had is how do we know
They're humans. What do you mean they're programs?
I'll send you the link.
All right, so how do we know the whole film didn't take place in the Matrix? And whenever they went into the Matrix, they were just going into Matrix inside the Matrix.
I think they mentioned that in the third movie.
Oh, really?
See, look at it's just little stuff like that. It's just we have to watch 2 and 3 to
Yeah,
figure
yeah.
out the rest.
But even still,
I really don't want to watch those movies.
I'm
gonna have to.
I'm honestly down to watch 2 and 3, but if we do 2 and 3, we have to like.
we could take a break. Like
Did
we
you
can
see the
watch
game
the
theory
Matrix
on
one
this?
week and then a different.
No, I
movie.
didn't get a chance to watch a game theory on it.
The game theory for that new trailer is actually really interesting.
Did they just? When
Send
was
the
it
link.
posted?
They say it
like
like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I have.
Not too long
haven't
ago.
been-
Can I say a little snippet about the theory?
Go ahead.
Gonna tease
The Neo in this movie, he's actually the director of the Matrix movies in universe.
Oh.
Because you can't take away the memories from him, so you have to make him believe that he made these fictional movies and that the memories that he has are actually fake or whatever.
So this is. I should.
It's an interesting theory if you watch it.
Well, I want to. If I do watch it, I do want to watch 2 and 3 before I watch it.
I don't even think he mentions 2 and 3 that
Oh,
much.
Oh, it's just all from the first movies. What he's basing off.
Well,
'Cause I know Matt-
The trailer.
Matt Pat
it's-
usually goes with all. He watches
Well,
all
yeah,
the movies.
it's all of them, but like I don't think 2 and 3 really matter
Right.
too much.
All right, what
compared-
was your guys' favorite moments in this film?
I'll tell you what my favorite moment was not.
Okay, well, I guess we can start, with least favorite moments.
The kissing scene with when Neo technically dies and Trinity kisses him and he magically comes back to life.
Yeah.
He just gets like a whole.
It was
It's like,
stupid.
What?
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
Is that all of your guys' least favorite scene?
It's mine.
Yeah, the whole romance thing was fucking forced and stupid.
I think for me, it wasn't just that. It was also that the whole scene, because, after Trinity and Morpheus escape, Neo faces the AI by himself. And we, as the audience, knew this moment was coming. Yet there was so much action going on leading up to this that it's hard to still care since there's hardly a break from all the action. It was like 15, 20 minutes of just straight gunfights, action, bunch of stuff going on at once. And I just lost interest, to be honest.
I think my least favorite scene was probably the. I'm not gonna lie. It was probably when the rat goes and eats with Agent Smith.
Really?
I don't like.
I
that
like
scene.
that scene.
The
That
what?
scene was the most
It was the most interesting
Yeah.
one.
Which one?
where the
talks
rat
about-
talks to Agent Smith.
I don't
about
like it too much.
not remembering.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
What's your favorite scene then?
Yeah, what is your
my
favorite?
favorite scene? I'm thinking right now. I don't know.
What about you, Aleksey?
When Agent Smith talks to Morpheus when he's interrogating him, when he takes it up, because Agent Smith is trying to live.
Trying to break
basically.
him.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
trying to live. So, if Zion gets taken down, Agent Smith will no longer have a purpose for existing. He's basically going to be cut for good. Once Zion is destroyed, he's no longer needed, and he wants to live. And I love that scene so much.
I think that is my favorite scene too, right there, because it's such a. It's just
Powerful
like
scene.
when he tells the rest of them, "Can you guys leave?"
It
make
shows
them
the
talk."
sentience of
Yeah.
the robot.
I love how much of a weirdo the actor.
He's just like, "Come here," and he's like,
They're so
"This
good
is why
at
I
being
want to
strange.
live, and this is why I want you to like tell me everything so I can get out of here." And actually, I'm tired of smelling you guys. You guys smell. You know that? See the sweat? Smell it. It's like, what's going on? But it's so.
I just like the actor as well who plays
Yeah,
Agent
he did
Smith.
pretty
He's
good.
really good.
Yeah.
What about you, Jesus? What's your favorite?
Oh man. I think generically the fighting scenes were good. They were choreographed pretty well. I couldn't tell that there was like a stunt double at points because it looked like Keanu and Lawrence Fishburne were like actually fighting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they actually did their own choreography. Probably not.
Yeah, see, I couldn't
I'm
tell
not
either.
sure.
Well, with Keanu, it's hard to know because
He is a
with the
method
his,
actor.
with the history he has right now when it comes to action scenes.
Yeah, but he was younger then, so
That's
who
true.
knows?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we probably do know, but I just haven't read up on it at all.
For me, my favorite scene was, we already talked about it a little bit, but the scene where Neo and Trinity storm the building where
Yeah,
Morpheus is being
yeah.
held hostage.
That was pretty cool.
It was over the top, but it was funny, and it was also enjoyable and cool.
All the spins they did, all the front flips,
I'm
side
like,
flips.
oh my gosh! And they would like shoot a guy and ran out of bullets, just throw it on the ground, grab a new gun.
No, I think you know what that steak scene's probably my favorite scene.
Steak scene was pretty dope too.
It's yours favorite.
The
but it's
steak,
my
yeah, the
least
steak
favorite.
scene really is one of my favorites because
I love that actor.
Well, I'm not a
he's
fan
such
of
a good actor.
I'm not a fan of the actor, but
You
a
should see him
fan
in
of the
Sopranos.
I'm just a fan of the scene because it shows what we're thinking. Like, why would we want to live
Right.
in a post-apocalyptic world when we have this?
Right.
Yeah, especially if you can make me rich and an actor.
Exactly.
So what is you guys' final ratings for this film then?
It's a 7 still.
Yeah,
The 9 still.
7 for me.
7.
All right, so let's read some online reviews. This IMDb audience member gave it a 10 out of 10. When this came out, I was in the living room with my roommate. He went out and saw it and came home and said, dude, you have to go see The Matrix. So we left, and he sat through it a second time. This movie is splendidly done. The mystery about what The Matrix is unravels when you see a dystopian future unlike any we as a race would want. Sorry. I have watched this over and over and never tire of it. Everyone does a great job of acting in this. The special effects are above par and the story is engaging.
I don't know, the Zion parts are boring to me.
Yeah.
I don't care about the
Zion. The city of Zion is just ugly. I hate it. They look like
Yeah, they haven't showed it yet, though.
Yeah, they haven't showed it yet.
I know,
Quiet.
but still,
It's a
See, you keep
shithole.
talking about
yeah,
2 or
literally,
3.
it's a shithole.
I think. See, the only thing I remember from I don't know which one it is the whole battle scene with the AI with the squids. I remember that whole fight scene with that.
You know what
I think that might be in 3.
You know, Free Guy is more like this movie than it is to Ghost in the Shell.
No, I still think Free Guy's a really close comparison to Chloe.
because Neo basically is like, cheating through the game and
He
shit.
is in a way. Yeah.
So I'm gonna say something, and this doesn't relate to the movie, but I'm thinking. Well, no, you know how Jesus talking about you can't really see the stunt, like the stunt devil fighting with Agent Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm thinking about the dear Evan Hansen was the fall scene when he hits the ground.
Oh my gosh, you're
No,
obsessed
no.
with that scene.
Well, no, I was gonna say this because I could tell that it was just a bag that fell. And dude, it was like a life-size bag.
Okay, moving on. This Metacritic reviewer gave it a 91 out of 100.
I just wanted to point that out. You can see the change in that compared to this movie where you can't see
The Matrix slams you back into your chair, pops open your eyes, and leaves your jaw hanging slack in amazement.
There's a lot of dumb one-liners in this movie.
There are.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's a little of an
Like
overstatement.
all of when Morpheus is
Understatement,
talking a lot.
Understatement.
He says a lot of dumb one-liners too.
This Rotten Tomato audience member gave it a 4 out of 5, full of style and great special effects. Though the story can be touched upon, The Matrix is certainly a movie to see to believe.
Is this person dominatrix? They said they like the style, so they like all that leather.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, why do they wear leather?
Well,
'Cause
then again,
it's
how
cool,
like
man.
how
They'd
Does it
be
help with the
squeaky
coding
as
or
fuck.
something?
They
Where-
get
where-
caught way easier.
are those all new?
Huh?
Are those all new?
I actually don't know what dates these are.
Yes.
These are
They're there though.
they were rated by most voted or
Also,
most
why
relevant.
This was probably back when the movie came out.
Maybe,
probably.
So
yeah.
like
It was in the 2000s. That's when leather was popular.
Morpheus mentioned the brain interprets pain, but like, can't you just like
Turn
be
that
like,
off?
Turn that
no,
off if you-
I'm not hurt.
Yeah,
you did.
Yeah.
It's literally like when you get like when you get hit by like a foam bullet when you're playing with your friends and you pretend that you didn't get hit, so then you
Bro,
can keep playing.
No, that's how it was when he became the one. Remember? He just
Yeah,
like,
but-
oh yeah, I got shot. No, I
Why
didn't.
couldn't you do
And
that
just all
before
the bullets
then?
are gone.
Yeah, why can't literally everyone do that?
I mean,
they're
they're
not
programmed.
the one, man. I don't know.
So
See-
he's a program. You're sure about that?
Yes.
Is that said in the movie?
Oh my god!
Can
All
we
right.
not-
So this Rotten Tomatoes critic gave it a fresh overall for a complicated scenario. Things are pretty tight story wise, and the film noir adds that doesn't make sense to the aesthetic. So I think they meant to say it adds to the aesthetic. So yeah, it does kind of have that noir type of aesthetic to it.
Sometimes.
Everything was,
You'd had to really look for that, though.
And it's one of the few movies I've seen that has like a green tint to it the whole time.
Because The Matrix, yeah.
Yeah.
So
And then they put a blue filter when it's
Real life.
yeah. That was a really good distinction about where in the
Oh, wait,
timeline,
no, I think
where
it's-
they are in the universe.
Wait, no, never mind.
So, yeah. Is that all you guys have to say about The Matrix?
Yeah,
I think that's it. I
Yeah,
think we covered
a
everything.
good movie.
This is an old movie, so there's been a lot of topics talked about it. It's not.
Mhm.
I think we spent like a little over an hour talking about the other one.
Yeah.
This one was only like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
20, 30 minutes.
Fine.
All right. So now let's get into content we've seen this week. So, what are some of the movies or shows you guys watched this week?
I watched The Sopranos a little bit. I'm not done with season 4. I've been kind of slacking on it a little bit. Saw 2 episodes yesterday before I started watching The Matrix, and then I stopped halfway through and then watched the rest of it this morning.
Hey.
Like I said, I started watching Clone Wars. Not even finished the first episode yet,
Awesome,
but I
dude.
started
I
it.
started watching the streamer called what the fuck is your name? Backstab.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, back
I was watching him play
246.
Until Dawn, being a
Judging me.
monster.
I'm not a monster in Until Dawn, okay?
Man, there ain't much that I can talk about really.
You watched.
Now I know how I feel.
You didn't watch
every
too much
week.
this week.
Yeah, I didn't really watch much.
I continue watching One Piece. I continue
Yeah, I
watching
also did.
JoJo.
Oh.
JoJo?
Yeah, I
What,
continue watching that.
what part are you on?
I'm almost done. I think season 3, almost.
Part 3? Oh.
Yeah. When it comes to shows, if I don't have time to sit there and watch
Oh man. So
60 episodes in one sitting, I don't have time.
part 4 is really good. I don't know how you'll feel about the art style change though.
I still like first season. I don't know why.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I wonder how you'll feel about the art style changed in part 4. You'll see
I'm probably
eventually.
gonna enjoy it
Okay. Yeah.
because you gotta think about. I didn't like it in the I didn't even like season part 2 or 3 because of the art style. Now I enjoy it.
It's gonna be really different. Just letting you know.
Okay, so some of the content I've seen this week, I watched a few things this week with the 2 days I was dog sitting. I watched Blue Bayou. It was released September 17 of 2021. Plot: as a Korean American man raised in Louisiana, Bayou works hard to make a life for his family. He must confront the ghost of his past as he discovers that he could be deported from the only country he has ever called home. It's rated R, directed by Justin Chan, starring Justin Chan and Alicia Vikander, and I rate it a 9 out of 10. This film, although very low budget, I think tells a very powerful story. A story that many immigrants can relate to regardless of being adopted or not. Immigrants living in America, raising families, and spending their lives here, having everything ripped away from them. I highly recommend this movie to everyone. It's definitely a story you're not going to forget.
That reminds me, actually, I rewatched Master of None.
Oh, yeah.
I rewatched the first 2 seasons, and that was pretty good. It's a good show. They have like a couple episodes where they touch on like their immigrant parents, because one of the characters is played by Aziz Ansari.
Hey, man.
And
Oh,
he's-
no, man. I'm going to get deported. Like, what?
And there was another one that was like, I think his parent was Chinese, I think. Yeah, and that episode was really good. So I don't know. I'll probably check out the Blue Bayou.
Yeah,
Just haven't had
definitely check it
much
out, everybody.
time.
All right. Up next, I watched Star Wars Visions. It was released September 22nd of 2021. So Star Wars anthology. This is about a Star Wars anthology series that will see some of the world's best anime creators bring their talents to the beloved universe. It's rated PG-13, starring Adam Seitz, Mark Thompson, and Jonathan Lipow. I rated a 7.8 out of 10. So as with most Star Wars things, you're going to have very polarizing opinions, meaning you're going to see a lot of love or a lot of hate for anything Star Wars related. And the way it works is kind of your favorite Star Wars content is kind of based on what generation you're born. So
I watched the first episode. It was alright. The animation was weird.
I
though.
got reminded of more things I watched, actually. All right. So one, it's not even really like, like content, but so Paige has been sending me a lot of snaps recently of her getting these monthly boxes with like Japanese treats in them.
Oh yeah.
And she sent me like a fucking movie's worth of her like reviewing the snacks and shit.
She does reviews.
No, she just sends them to me. Or at least I think she probably sends it to a couple of her friends too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's probably the best movie I've seen.
It's a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
Are you gonna show us the movie snaps?
Oh, they're gone.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is done by Japanese studios. So anime is extremely popular, but not all Star Wars fans watch anime. But I think it's a good introduction
They're
to
not
it.
true fans then.
Yeah, but I think it's a good introduction to it because these are like generic type of anime stories.
Mm-hmm.
So and it's just done in the Star Wars universe. So like you could watch this show if you're a fan of anime or if you're a fan of Star Wars, and you're still gonna enjoy it. Although some of the animation was top notch, they not every episode was great. They all felt kind of repetitive.
Mostly just like find the villain, fight him.
Yeah, so the way I saw to watch it is people were saying just watch one episode a week because otherwise, if you watch them all at once like I did, you kind of get kind of bored. There was only 2 episodes that I really loved the series.
How many episodes are out? Is it
There's like 9, I think.
I'm hyped for that Gynax one.
The which one?
The Gynax one.
Oh,
Studio
one?
Gynax.
Oh, gotcha.
It's the people who made Kill la Kill,
Oh.
Fire Force,
Fire Force is garbage.
Pyromare.
Garbage. I thought you liked Fire Force.
No.
But the art style, come on.
Oh,
good.
The art style's
style's okay.
fantastic, yeah.
Well, I mean, I like Kill la Kill's art style way more than Fire Force.
It's the same studio.
Well, I know it's the same, but I'm saying I like
They've
Kill la
upped their
Kill's
game
more.
since Kill la
I'm
Kill.
just saying that they make good art.
Lastly, this week I watched
Spinosaurus.
Jellystone. It was released July 29th of 2021. So the plot of Jellystone is features various Hanna-Barbera characters living in the park town of Jellystone, where they can't help but make trouble for one another. It's rated TV G actually. Created by C.H. Greenblatt, starring C.H. Greenblatt, Grace Helbig, and Jeff Bergman. I rate it a 7.5 out of 10. It's a show about like you got Yogi Bear, you got Jabberjaw, and like Snagglepuss, Top Cat, and a lot of others.
2D or 3D?
It's 2D. It's just a little HBO show.
Oh.
There's only a few episodes
That's
out.
cool. I love Yogi Bear.
Yeah,
so.
dude.
I don't know any of these.
It's good. It's like they
I wanted
mod
to kill myself when I saw the 3D one.
in Minecraft.
In Minecraft, yeah.
And it was I think it's a really good reimagining. It's really silly. They modernized it. So like Yogi is now a doctor in this show.
Wait, what?
But somehow it works because it's funny.
Huh.
He still likes picnic baskets and he's still really steely and
Boo Boo.
dumb.
Go steal the
Yeah,
picnic
Boo Boo is
basket.
his nurse assistant. And it's a funny show. I really like it. And I didn't watch these cartoons very often growing up. I did have Boomerang, so I would occasionally watch a few episodes from some of these shows. But I think they did really good at like appealing to modern audiences.
Is Tomcat in it?
Tomcat?
Yeah.
Top Cat?
Top Cat, yeah.
Yes, Top Cat is in it.
Right there.
Tomcat?
That's cool.
Top Cat is in it. He even got his own episode.
Oh,
So,
that's good.
It's a really good show. Yeah, I recommend it to pretty much everyone's TVG show. So
wish the
it's a
Pink
good show
Panther
to
would
watch in the
come back.
background.
I wish the Pink Panther would come back.
Yeah, that'd be
Da-da.
awesome.
The live action?
No, not the live
not
action.
the live action.
You don't like the live action Pink
No.
Panther?
I got bored. I saw it as a
Da-da.
kid, so I mean,
Da-da.
I expected cartoons and I didn't get that.
All right, so now let's roll the credits. So you guys got any recommendations for any media?
Ralph the Movie Maker. He makes
Movies?
Well, yeah, he has actually been making it. He's gotten a couple rewards or
Ooh.
awards. But no, I've been watching a couple of his movie reviews.
Mm-hmm.
I went back to one of his old ones on The Bye Bye Man, because that movie is a terrible movie. And I just wanted
that
something.
movie, to be honest.
You shouldn't. It's not a good movie.
Not worth remembering.
It Follows that. I watched his review on that. That's a pretty good movie. I watched a couple of his more recent ones, like Suicide Squad and all that stuff.
Like the old Suicide or the
new one.
The new one?
Yeah,
Okay.
he liked it.
That's good.
Yeah, he's a good content creator.
Mm-hmm.
You should check him out.
Check them out.
I'd recommend the Super Carlin Brothers. They do a lot of like theories, especially about Harry Potter. Very good stuff.
Did you watch the one that Eddie sent you?
Oh yeah, the iceberg video.
I tried, but it was kind of boring.
You got bored?
Damn.
Wow.
It wasn't what I thought it would be. I was expecting more theories and not just facts that everyone
What's
knows.
an iceberg?
Well,
Do you know what an
plus at the
iceberg
top,
is?
it's the more common stuff, and the further down you go, is the more stuff you don't know.
Yeah, you should have just skipped ahead.
But yeah, I got bored real fast.
Oh my gosh.
Harry Potter is
What
a
about-
boy who
what
knows
about-
magic.
What about you, Javier?
I
Anything you want to recommend?
recommend Jesus' Twitch.
Hey, let's go.
I actually do watch Jesus' Twitch because he does it kind
I
of early.
never see.
He
Well,
just doesn't talk.
I don't talk that much.
Oh, okay.
I'll be sitting there. Like, I watch all Aleksey's Twitch.
If
when
you
we're-
even said hello, that'd be. Cool.
I go in there and just say stupid shit.
Yeah.
we gotta donate bits so you can start working
He can't.
out.
I can't do it because
He's got to be affiliate.
he's got to be affiliated for
Oh.
bits.
I've been playing Deltarune Chapter 2. It's
Hey.
really good. Really
Is there a
funny.
drag
Is there a
queen in
chapter
that?
1?
What?
Is there a drag queen in that?
Yeah, there is a chapter 1. He finished dot 1.
Oh, okay.
It said
okay.
something about queen. And
It's
she
all
looks
the
like a
same
drag
game,
queen.
though,
No,
right?
Queen is the main
yeah,
baddie.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's just the next part for that game.
Yeah. It just released a couple weeks ago.
Ooh.
Chapter 1 was released back in 2018.
Okay.
It's
been
an
a little
old.
while.
That one's an old game.
Yeah.
All right. So I recommend Sheep Rampage. He does a really great analysis on video games. Like, he goes into specifics why certain ones become popular and why other ones fall into obscurity. Like, he does one for, like, why Among Us is no longer popular. Or, like,
Among Us.
why Fall Guys died so quickly.
Yeah.
Wait, Among Us isn't popular anymore?
It's
No.
declining. No, we tried to play last night. Well, you weren't there, but we tried to play.
Well, you guys
last night.
tried, but you had
That was
problems
horrible.
trying to
Servers
get
were
this.
down.
Yeah,
Apparently,
server-
that's a known issue in the game.
Oh, probably that's why it's dying more.
All right, so what's the plan for next week, guys?
Venom.
We got
Thought it
Venom,
was Venom.
as our main. What about our side ones?
Venom.
Are we gonna do part 2 and 3 for
No,
Matrix?
dude.
We'll
No.
take a break.
We'll take a break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's also the Many Saints of
I
Newark
don't know
coming
what that
out
is,
next
so
week.
I'm gonna watch that. Wait, that comes
That's
out
the
next
sup-
week?
Yes, that's the
Oh,
same week
I
as
gotta catch up
Venom.
on Fuck, I gotta catch up on Sopranos.
Oh, so it's related to Sopranos?
Yeah, it's
okay,
it's the
then I don't know.
continuation of The Sopranos. So
It's a prequel.
oh,
actually.
prequel.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's about
so we could jump into it.
yeah, it's about young Tony Soprano.
So what do you guys want to do? You guys want to do that one as well? Because that's a
Um,
theater release, so I don't know if everyone will be.
I'm gonna be watching
because
both.
I feel like you're gonna need to
I think
be invested in the Sopranos. You know,
I've seen characters already like in the trailer. I'm like, oh fuck, it's him. Like I'm having like those good feelings. I think you still might like it because it's just like a gangster movie. It's about the mob.
What do you
back in the
guys
day.
think? That one, or should we watch something else on streaming?
I don't know.
that's a tough one. I feel like I said, I feel you have to be invested in Sopranos to watch this.
I don't
and
watch that
enjoy
many
it.
gangster movies, to be honest.
So what other movie would you guys want to do
Wolf
then?
of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street's a good one, but I don't know if that's on
What's
anything.
that one about?
It's about
Banking,
that have
isn't
Leo
it?
in it?
stocks.
Yeah, that's the Leo
Stocks.
Nardo.
It's
DiCaprio.
funny.
Will it teach me how to play
DiCaprio.
stock market?
Maybe.
Play the stock market.
I'll teach you how to do it illegally. So it's on Amazon Prime if
I
you
never
guys
said doing
have
it
Prime.
legally.
Oh, I don't.
don't.
Fuck.
I don't.
Dang. Then I guess not.
I can always. Never mind.
Trying to
Say
rack
that.
my brain for movie.
I don't feel like I would want to do 2 theater movies, to be honest.
Well, we're
Okay.
talking about a streaming one.
Yeah,
right
just
now.
pick a streaming
Yeah.
movie. I can't.
Netflix.
Hulu.
That's a tough one. We might have to decide on the second one off stream.
Bob's
Bob's
Burgers.
Bob's Burgers, the movie.
I mean, I guess for now, we can work with the one you mentioned.
For sure, we'll be doing Venom.
yeah, Venom will definitely be one of our movies.
That's going to be the main focus.
For the other one, we'll just
We don't
kind of
know. We'll-
spitball.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll spitball. We'll let Eddie. We'll let you guys know because it's on his streaming
Mhm.
stuff.
All right. So if you've enjoyed today's stream, make sure you like this video and comment down below what you guys think about
Let's
this.
do the Terminator.
I mean, if you guys want to, and subscribe if you haven't already. Is that what you guys want to do? Terminator?
We'll think about it.
Okay.
Jesus, I like
Thank you
Terminator,
all
guys.
for visiting the Sleeping Cinema. Until next week, peace.
See you
So
later,
IHOP?
guys. Join me.